I'm retired.
You still got your few people. I know you said you do and shit.
And she
I'm
was just one of them.
I'm trying to
So
figure out what I want to do with my hair, dude.
I
I'm
know it looks
thinning.
so long.
It's pretty. It ain't long, but it's like it's got some length on it, but it don't even matter because I'm thinning like bad at the top. Like you can't tell. Well,
Hmm.
shit, yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. Damn, it ain't look that
Is
bad.
it? You think it's genetic? Is it genetic?
Yeah, it's
Like somebody
genetic.
else?
Yeah,
Oh,
my
okay, okay,
daddy,
okay.
his shit gone. But I mean, it's still decent for right now. I don't do nothing to it. But
I was
just
about to
like,
say, where you at right now, you could probably, if you decided to get it braided, you could do some braids that would cover, you know what
yeah,
I'm
the
saying,
cover.
that part, because it's literally just right there. And
That's
if
what
it
I
was
was
further
thinking.
than that, you
Yeah, I
know,
know. I'm scared to get braids, man. I'm
you
so
think it'd be
fucking
too much
scared.
tension.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was so
Hmm.
scared.
I don't know.
Man,
You might need to go see a trichologist because a trichologist can sometimes,
can
excuse
bring
me,
it
even
back.
when it's genetic, yeah, they can give you something that'll still bring it back and help it come back.
I didn't
I
even
would.
know what a tricolor is. I didn't even know that was a thing.
So a trichologist is a hair growth specialist, right?
Ah,
Just like a dermatologist specializes in just the skin. The trichologist specializes in the scalp. So they'll literally like examine your scalp, take a little microscope and zoom completely in
to see if
and
it's
see what's going on. Now, most of the time they want you to be referred by a dermatologist, but sometimes you can find one that'll take you and your insurance. So if you
man,
want me to send you something, let me know. Cause I think I've seen two black people, two black women anyway, in our area that do it. I said I wanted to study it, but it's actually kind of expensive and it take a little bit of
dude.
time.
Shit. Damn.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't know no black people who really specialize in doing that though. Like
Yeah.
trying to grow. Besides the people that
It's
sell the
super
oil,
rare.
I bought some oil and I used to have like the little it was only in the back, like the little irritation in the
Hmm.
back, like, and it went away though. Now it's gone.
Where you
Like,
had like the bumps,
yeah, it
where
wasn't a
you had to
lot
use
though.
the kitty.
Nah, it wasn't. You know what? I was using kitty, but that shit was going like it was drying up so quick, and it seemed like it was making it worse. Cause my mom had told me to
Mm.
use a kitty. I was using it at first, and then I stopped. I said, "Fuck this shit." That shit was so thick. It was so thick, and I was using the oil. I started using
Yeah.
this oil that these people had. But
As
look, let me
long as
ask
it
you.
helped, that's good.
Yeah, look, let me ask you this. So I seen that. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna read it because I want your take on this. That post earlier. Like I don't follow finesse. I don't really follow no rappers like that anymore. Like I done bagged away from just being so in tune with like rappers and artists and stuff like that. I just feel like it don't do no justice for me at all just to be so much caught up in a drama. But I ain't gonna act like I don't see what be going on. So I just like when I see stuff, I can really pretty catch on pretty quick and like put two and two together. But I
Mhm.
seen it. Look, so finesse was I'm saying. I ain't gonna lie. Right now is a beat is a best. Nah, he said right now is best motherfucker. Leave me alone. I'm fighting CPS about my youngest daughter and my oldest daughter and my middle daughter. Mama just died. So now I'm about to have to learn how to be a single parent and don't know shit because I ain't have no daddy. Can't call my mama. I don't want nothing but some money and peace. Leave me alone. I'm telling you, pressure bust pipes. Now, like when I read that, now I don't care for finesse two times, but when I read that, I'm just like, how old? Like, how old is too old to still be blaming your parents? Like your parents for not being there or whatever they did or did not do. Like, how old is too old to still be blaming parents? Like, I forgave my parents man. I forgave my parents so long ago. Like, I was young, like early 20s when I forgave my parents. Like, I ain't. It ain't nothing. Like, it's. I got to understand it real quick. So I'm like, how's you? He got to be like pushing. I ain't gonna say pushing 40, probably like 37, something like that. But you blaming your parents for not knowing how to be a father? Nah, for real. I'm just saying, like, how can you be that old blaming parents?
Okay, so I'm gonna start with this. We think that there is a number, right, on when we supposed to stop doing stuff. And I'm not even just talking about blaming your parents, I'm talking about anything. The reality is there is no number. It's a mindset, right? This is about your level of maturity.
Mm,
You were able to forgive your parents in your 20s because in your 20s you started realizing that it was way more to this life shit than what they might have been able to teach you, right? And a person can only teach you as far as they've learned. As far as he learned, it is his parents' fault. But the reality is, no, the fuck it's not. But we can't skip how many years he spent in prison, right? We can't skip what kind of childhood did he really have. Okay, listen to what he talk about in his music.
yeah,
I'm used to breaking bitches. I don't need a bitch. Did it. You didn't even have nobody showing you what love actually was. You didn't have a positive relationship example. You didn't have clearly you didn't have no positive role models. Like, look at the kind of role model that he's being to the people that he's in their life. And I'm not saying it to say that hope is completely lost, but I'm saying it shows how much knowledge he does not have. So we can't expect, you know what I'm saying? I can't expect a mature response from somebody that ain't had no reason to mature. Prison matured him, but it matured him in a different way.
yeah.
You talking about you being a dad. Your oldest daughter, let's just say she old as my oldest daughter. My oldest daughter is 14 years old. And in 14 years, you know how much shit I learned?
Mm.
It ain't got nothing on
Nothing to
what
do.
I knew, you know what I'm saying, when she was one, when she was a couple of months. Some of these experiences, I hadn't even had them yet. It's a lot of experiences that he missed out on in whatever his prison term was. And then you gotta think though, you gotta see the example somewhere around you. If nobody around him was being a stand-up daddy, if
That makes
nobody
sense.
around him was being a stand-up mama, if ain't none of your friends good daddies, nigga, nobody, hey man, listen, if you got on the wrong fucking bus and nobody told you until you hit the fifth stop that you was on the wrong bus, you gotta go back 5 stops. And when you get back to where you started at, this just to neutralize yourself. Then you have to figure out what direction you go from your neutral position. Like, we don't start off in the positive when we don't went the wrong way,
Hmm.
when we feel like we made the wrong decision, or when we realize, okay, this ain't gonna work for what I'm doing. No, you gotta clear all the negative out, get to neutral, get to normal ground, and then we can proceed to go the right direction. You know what I'm saying? Even though backtracking, I'm still going the right direction, even if I feel like I'm not. I feel like it's the right thing to do because I'm trying to go back to where I started from so I can see where I went wrong. But that takes fucking mental and emotional maturity. And it's just clear that he ain't come from that kind of environment. And honestly, if you listen to the way that a lot of people from Memphis talk about the way that they grew up, you'll
Hmm.
realize that a lot of them lack that. And when
Yeah,
they step into other cities and when they build other relationships, when they encounter other people who didn't have that kind of upbringing, it shows. You know what I'm
it do.
saying?
Yeah.
And I've heard somebody from Memphis literally say, "Man, I'm from Memphis, and in Memphis, nigga, tough as hell. We tough, and we aggressive as fuck for no reason though. But it's not for no reason. Your environment made you
Your
like that.
environment makes you like that. Yeah.
Flat out, it made you that way, and you don't realize that it's abnormal till you in a room full of people that are like, "What the fuck wrong with you? What you on? You
But
cool? You straight? You know it ain't gotta be that."
but see, the thing is, I hear people out like I feel like after a while that just becomes a choice. Like you're not forced. You're like you have the resources now. Some of these people have the resources. Y'all instead of gonna get therapy, which is like a the what? Little bit of nothing compared to what you spending money on to go get therapy, counseling, all type of shit done just to bring your family a lot closer to each other, and y'all still choose not to do it. Like, for instance, choosing to have certain people around you, it almost seems like you're making this choice consciously, knowing that this is what you want to do. But I also know it is scary doing the right thing. I know taking that first step, saying, "All right, I'm finna go and break down to my kids and tell them, admit to them after I done admit to myself that I wasn't a good father. I wasn't." But you know what's so crazy? But they explain all this stuff in the music, but they actions show different in real life. Like they're getting a song and help somebody else get through some shit and be like, "Yeah, man, I did this, broke down here, and man, family didn't love me, and I was fucked up." And it's like, dang, man, they been doing some reflecting out here, man. They really working on themselves. And then you see how they are in public or like they actions. It's like you totally opposite of what you speaking on in your rhymes. I mean, sort of, kind of. You're telling us who you are, but you're acting as if that's not you anymore. Like you done moved past that. But in reality, they haven't.
Okay,
It's
so
like,
let me ask this though. How do you know you making the right decision?
uh, it's
Especially,
like,
hold on, especially when you're doing some shit that you ain't never done. How you know you making the right decision?
uh, I mean, I usually go based on what I see, what I've seen, or just how it make me feel.
So
I mean, but
if we travel back talking about what he seen though, again, he ain't seen the most positive of shit. That's first. So you gotta think, I already don't know if I'm making the right decision. I'm literally right now, I'm just out here trying some shit to see if this was gonna work. Right? Cause I recognize that something ain't working. And two, how many times does it take you doing something to get it right for real? Right? Most of us don't learn shit on the first try. It take 3, 4, 5 times trying, excuse me, before we realize, okay, this is what that actually takes. And I'm gonna give a real example. And I ain't saying this to slight nobody. This it might be a little trigger warning. If you study domestic violence, and if you look at how many times it takes on average for a person to leave their abuser, the average amount of times it takes for a person to leave their abuser is 7 before they're finally done. 7 times.
yeah, you might be dead. You might be unalive by the fifth time.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But on average, it takes 7 times.
I
That
can
means
believe
that
that.
in these 7 times, you done asked somebody for some help, you done left, and you done went back. You done let this motherfucker talk to you and convince you that this is where you supposed to be at. They done guilt tripped you. They done made you feel bad. They've done all the things, right, that an abuser is gonna do. They're gonna keep doing them. They're not gonna stop. They're an abuser, right? You've even openly admitted it to yourself or to someone else whomever you're asking for help that this is not the best place for me to be in. And guess what you do? You still went back if it takes an average of 7 times. In any situation in life, literally any one of them, especially if it's brand new, because him even trying to piece it together, he said flat out, I'm gonna have to learn how to be a fucking parent. Not the part-time kind either. They mama died. Do you know what you about to have to do? You ain't even dealt with your own mama issues. And now you about to have to deal with a trauma with your children not having their mom and learn how to be a daddy, something you didn't see. Do you know what he about to go through?
But I don't feel no sympathy because I'm
I'm,
like, what were you doing? No, I know that, but I'm saying, what were you doing before that? So before she died, what were you doing? Just coasting in life? Like you just thought, like,
he was
oh man,
sending
I'm a.
money. He'll pick him up occasionally. He buying shoes. He doing the same shit that we see niggas do on a regular basis that we feel like are not good fathers. That's what he was doing. He thought the money was sufficing, and that's what he was doing. He probably was giving his time. He probably was come pick him up every now and then, take him here, take him there, do this, do that. He was doing average father shit. He was doing average daddy shit.
I would say the bare
That
minimum.
lit.
Cause
Listen,
that's yeah.
and this ain't no attack on men, but the truth of the matter is, most men, even if they in the household, are doing the bare fucking minimum. You know how
I
many
can believe
married
that.
women are single moms?
Yeah, I can see that.
They husband sitting right there in the house, but who changing all the diapers?
And doing yeah.
Who cooking all the food? Every time the kids got a question, who they asking? Right? Who washing the clothes? Who teaching the kids this? Who doing that? Not that man. That
Nah,
man gonna get up. He gonna go to work, and when you come ask him something, guess what he gonna say? Ask your mama.
ask your mama. Yeah,
That's a that's a
it's
man that's
some
in the house.
yeah, it's some men most definitely raised like that, and it's destructive because I mean, but I can't say what's to blame. I can't say if it's how you raised and you saw that and you just felt like it was cool. But me and my friend had a conversation earlier. We was like talking about work in general and how it just drains you and pulls you away from your family and your kids. And it's
Mm-hmm.
just like soon as you get off, the first thing you can think about is just going back to work because you already know you have to mentally prepare yourself to if you're not a working person. Like some people that's their life. They can get off work and envision like have a whole new life once they clock out and don't even think
Mm-hmm.
about work. But for me, as soon as I get off, I literally have to mentally prepare myself for the next day because it's like I
Yeah.
can't. It's like I'm one of them people. Every job I had, I always get there like 30, 45 minutes early. I've never been a person that pull straight up and walk straight in. I literally got to get my mental together in the car. I had to sit there, think. Man, I done smoked cigarettes in the car, just thinking like, all right, let me go and get it. I never knew how people could just pull straight up to work and hop straight out and go straight in. I'm like, you ain't sit and think about calling out or nothing. Like,
But I mean, okay, but let's travel through that though. Even you trying to maneuver through the experience of working a job, me being who I am, if that's how I gotta be before I go to work, guess what I'm gonna do?
what?
I'm gonna quit the job.
Mm. I mean, it's easy for a woman to say. Well, it's easy for
No,
anybody to say, but
no. As a person that has done stuff like that,
yeah.
I'm gonna quit the job, right? But I'm gonna quit the job because I know that I have other options. And I've
Mm.
spent my entire life knowing that I had options because my environment always said, you have them. My mama showed
Yeah.
me I got options. My granddaddy showed me I got options. My whole family, nigga, line them up. That
I mean, but
my
everybody's not
upbringing.
fortunate.
No, they're
Everybody's not
not that, but
fortunate.
that's the point that I'm making right there though. That's the literal point. We all don't have the same circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I got a choice. And you want me to tell you when I realized I had options and been
Mm.
having them? About 2 years ago. My dude that did my tattoos. I had been going to the same tattoo artist for over 10 years. And we was having a conversation. And I think I asked my kids like what they wanted to eat or something. And he like, you ask your kids what they want? Yeah. He like, oh, I ain't used to that. We whatever the fuck we got, that's what we got. I didn't have options growing up. And he even used like another example, and I don't remember verbatim what it was, but he used something else as an example and was like, I just never had options growing up. That means you had options. In my mind, this normal shit.
Did you have options growing up? I don't know. I'm asking. I
No,
don't know.
I'm finna break it down. I'm telling you this, it did not it did not register to me because I've always had them. When I
Oh,
tell you
okay.
my mama has 7 children, okay? My daddy has 7 children. I am the second oldest of 7 on
Okay.
both sides,
Damn.
okay? My mama was married twice. Well, technically 3 times, but her last 2 times, she married the same man. They were
Mm.
together for 11 years, separated, got a divorce, went through a whole thing, like not speaking, no nothing, and ended up reconciling their differences, right? And getting remarried. In them 11 years, the first go round, it was only five. My mom only had 5 kids at the time, and then my stepdad had 3 kids. So that's 8 of us total. In them 8 of us kids, we had a house. My stepdaddy built our bunk beds from scratch. Nigga, I'm talking about
Mhm.
measured it out on the wall. We had the most creative bunk beds I've ever seen in my fucking life before these kind of bunk beds came out. Cause they got the 3 level bunk beds now. We been had
I ain't
them.
never seen 3 level bunk beds.
Listen, look it up on Amazon, but I'm finna tell you how
Damn.
he did it. He had them mounted in the wall. We had one coming out vertically this way. We had another one that was horizontal, and then the bottom one go back vertical.
Okay,
Okay.
I see what you mean.
He built bunk beds in 3 bedrooms in a 4 bedroom house, right? 4 bedrooms, 2 full bathrooms. Okay. We had a backyard. My mama used to do hair. He bought her a storage shed, a little she shed. He physically ran the plumbing from our house up to the
Mhm.
shed in the backyard. He installed the electricity in there, right? And she worked in the back of the house when she did hair. And he went to work, and he's an electrician, and he works on airplanes. Okay. And I'm not talking about a Southwest airplane, I'm talking private
Yeah,
jets.
probably
Like,
do. Yeah.
that's the kind of work. So 8 children, we all had all the Game Boy systems. We got new DVDs every Friday when they came out. When Blu-ray came
Damn.
out, we had that. Do you hear what I'm explaining
Oh,
though?
well, yeah, you always had options in. Yeah.
I'm Listen, before it was 8 kids involved, I had a grandmother and a dad that took care of me that were not my biological grandparents and dad.
Mm.
Her and her husband and her son. They bought me gifts. I got money for my birthday every year. I got diamonds. I got real gold. My aunties, diamonds, real gold, nice clothes. I'm wearing Tommy Hilfiger, Reebok, all the shit that was popping in the 90s, 2000s. I had that.
Shit.
I don't, I didn't understand the not having an option. What do you mean I can't? I'm asking my kids that shit because it's normal.
Well, that's the
I didn't know
power of a
that
two
ain't a
parent
normal thing.
household. That's,
Huh?
I mean, that's the power of a 2 parent household.
It wasn't
I
always two
mean,
parent though. And then the first
oh,
time that it was 2 parent when she was married, that shit was toxic as fuck. I
mm,
didn't know that then. I was a child, right? But because my mama always wanted better, I saw different shit. So as I'm growing older and I'm hearing the kind of experiences that people having, and I'm having experiences of my own, I'm realizing how easy it is to fall short on the kind of parent that you should be. Most of us
yeah.
don't know what kind of parent we should be. We didn't have good parents. And if we
Yeah.
did have a good parent, we might not have recognized that it was a good parent until we saw somebody with a fucked up parent, right? We ain't building good relationships because we keep seeing people that are not in good relationships. I saw it too. Again, I told you they was married for 11 years. When they split up, we literally abandoned the house, pack your shit up, your important shit, and everything else got left in the house. I'm 16, 17 years old. At 16 years old, I'm driving my mama to work. She gotta be at work at 6:30 in the morning. I'm driving her to work. I'm dropping my youngest 2 siblings off at daycare. Then I gotta give myself to school on time. Then when I get out of school, I gotta go pick my mama up from work. Then we gotta go
Mm,
get my siblings after I pick her up. Like, I got real
most
responsibility at
business.
16, 17 years old. I'm not thinking nothing of it because it's my life until I hear people saying, "Damn, you didn't even have no childhood." I'm like, "What you talking about?" "Yes, I did." "No, you didn't. My friends was going to teen parties. I was at home with the kids."
Yeah, I did notice. I mean, not with you, but I do notice that, like, when I thought about the people who I used to see out when I was younger, like teen, and the people that I
Mhm.
didn't, I'm like, shit, that makes sense. Y'all wasn't, maybe I had so many siblings, and Lord knows where y'all mama wasn't no getting out and going to go.
You
Like
feel me?
I had people to take care of, so yeah,
Yeah.
that's a different upbringing as well with itself. But I mean, I it at some point though, I think now at least we could say think like we have so many more examples and it's so in our face. Like you got people left and right. It's hard to intake all the information that's out there and
Mhm.
determine what makes sense and what don't based on
Yeah.
your life. Not everybody else is not somebody famous, not somebody poor, but your life. But it's just like how many times have we seen posts with good dads? How many posts have we seen with bad dads? Like at what point can you just not sit down and say, like, still blaming your past for not being able to be a real father to your kids? Like, I just,
So from what you read, I wouldn't say that he's like completely blaming it. I think he's just again acknowledging that he don't know how, right? And until you in that position, you might always think that what they doing is some sucker ass shit. You might always think that. Oh, he a suck ass nigga. He pay for his baby mama to go do something, 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 something. You might be that kind of nigga. I don't know, right? Until we get to completely analyze a person's full thought process, which we rarely get the chance to do, we trying to sum up their behavior based on their current actions, and we can't do that because it took 1,000 other actions before we got to this one right here that we're looking at, that we're seeing. We only seeing the result of so much shit before the right now. Like, and I get what you saying, as in at some point you got to be responsible, but this is his point though. This the point where he realized that whatever I was doing before now, it ain't gonna work. That ain't it. This ain't it, bro. This is his point. I heard this man say a couple of weeks ago. He said most men. He said I didn't become a man. Most men don't become a man until they're 40. I said, so at what age did you become a man? He said 43.
mm,
40 years. 40 years for you to mature.
I
40 years for you to become a man. You know how much shit can happen in 40 years.
yeah, I guess you have to define. I mean, I wouldn't. You have to ask him what's his definition of a man because depending on who you ask, there's so many different definitions. Just like a man to give so many definitions of what a woman is, or a lady, or a female. So I guess
Hmm.
depending on what his his definitions of being a man could just be like leaving the streets and settling down. I mean, I don't know, but I just, man, as of right now, it's like I just feel like there's no excuses for a lot of shit anymore. Like
But
when it comes to,
again,
I
you're a mature
yeah,
man.
to a
You've
certain
been
extent,
married. Hold on. You've been married for 7 years.
yeah, but marriage didn't really mature me, honestly. Like
I ain't
marriage
saying
wasn't
I'm not
what
saying that marriage matured you. I'm saying you even committing, right?
you
You
just
even
commit. Yeah,
stopping being the kind of nigga that you was before you did that. You saying, I'm gonna take the step and I'm gonna be 100% all in for this lady and for these kids. That is maturity.
but no, I believe so. But how? But see, the same dedication that I put into like my family and the promises that I make to them that I'm trying to keep to them. Niggas do the same shit for their homeboys and the niggas in the streets, and it's like, how hard is it to shift that energy over to a family or your kids? Like
It's hard when you've been taught don't trust women. It's hard when you ain't seen no man in your household in your whole life. It's hard when your mama bash niggas every day.
well, yeah,
It's
you
hard when your
okay?
mama telling you you ain't shit.
You right about
That's
that, yeah.
what I look like committing to that. I
Cause
just seen this
I
nigga beat my mama up 3 days in a row. And my mama told me don't jump in. Don't help.
yeah, ain't no
No,
way.
leave it alone.
Yeah, ain't no way.
I think family
I,
is dysfunctional. What do you mean? I can't do that. You want me to commit to that? Man, this motherfucker been cheating on my mama for I don't know how long, or I saw my mama cheating on him for whatever. Like, you got to think about how the images and the shit that we see compute in our brain. No lie, I'm 34, right? And before I got married, I'm never getting married, is what I said. But it's because of the stuff that I saw all the married people around me going through.
You married now?
No, I'm not married no more, but I was.
Ah, I was gonna say I knew he's married. Ah, well
Not
yeah.
no more, no. But that's what I'm saying though. Just a majority of my life up until I decided to get married in my
You
20s,
said you wasn't getting married.
I wasn't getting
Mm.
married. I watched my granddaddy and his wife of God knows how many years separate, right? Remember, I told you that I had a daddy and his mama and his family that was taking care of me, that they not my biological
Mm-hmm.
family,
But there was yeah.
but they didn't miss a fucking beat. I'm talking about to the point I lived with them for a little while. They didn't miss a beat with me. I saw them grandparents split. My mom and her first husband, I saw them split. She got married again. They was married for 11 years. I seen them split. My brother got married. He came home from the military, married. They had a baby. Guess what? I saw them split. Everybody was breaking up. I kept seeing them split up. I don't want that. I ain't doing it.
I think that's what a deaf doer's part come in that people don't take so literally or serious. I mean, I it's still words to me, but I'm saying like I guess that's the whole thing. Cause man, to dedicate your life to one person, not it ain't even gotta be like the sex part or just like it's just in general. I'm promising to spend every last single day with you, like
Yeah.
every last single day with you, like and I ain't even gonna say maturity, but the consciousness of a person that they have that one may lack and the other one may have is always either gonna be like here trying to reach it
Mhm.
or right naked. Like sometimes it's barely just we both self-aware, we both conscious of what's going on with ourselves, with each
Mhm.
other, and we both keep on. I feel like that's rare because, and you know, women do mature quicker than men, but I think it's I don't know. It is hard. I ain't gonna lie. Dedicating to
Yeah.
be with a person for the rest of your life is hard. Uh, but I don't know because I just seen the episode the other day with not Shannon Sharp, but Cam Newton, and his excuse for not wanting to be married is he's way more afraid of getting divorced than he is than he is of wanting to get married. And I don't feel like divorce is that big of a deal. Like I don't I don't find it like that scary because I'm like people break up with people all the time. Like literally be head over heels like in love and call that shit off. Break up. And I'm like,
Okay, so let me ask this though. Where did you first learn commitment?
mm, I don't think I ever learned commitment, honestly. Like as far as like who did I witness it from?
It ain't even gotta be that you witnessed it from somebody. At some point in your life, and I'm only saying this because you know I be analyzing people in my little head and stuff. You are a committed type of person, right? If you believe in something and it's something that you want to do, something throughout your life led you to be like, when I decide I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna stick with it. When you decided to open up that fucking shoe store, you didn't learn commitment from opening the shoe store, right? You had already been committing to stuff prior to the shoe store. The shoe
Mm,
store was just a full physical manifestation of your level
my
of
commitment.
commitment. That's
Okay, I
all it
see.
was. You didn't just start committing to shit when you opened a shoe store. You had already been doing it. The
Okay,
shoe
I
store
see.
was, you see what I'm saying?
I
There
think
was something already in you that was like that prior to that. But that shoe store, your marriage, your children, even your devotion right now to what you're doing is still a full on physical manifestation of the way that you are, of your levels of commitment, right? Majority of us have commitment issues. We weren't taught to value committing to something. We weren't taught to stick some shit out. Cause I be telling people all the time, baby, I'm a leaver. Okay, I just posted the shit today. I'm a leaver. I don't believe in sticking shit out till you can't take. I don't believe in that shit.
You don't think so? Like to what capacity of how bad does you think it gotta be though? Like to like
That's for you to
you
judge.
can't no, I'm not gonna I'm not and I never judge. I'm just saying like to what capacity like are you not willing to wait for somebody to mentally grow? Or like is it like because some things you can see in a person. This is one thing I never this is one thing about me with as far as my wife. I never try to get her to be something that I want her to be. I rather it happen organically. I rather
Right.
you become that person organically. I never want to force you because I don't feel like it's genuine or it's gonna be it'll come off generic to me. So I want you to if I envision you being a certain way, I want it to come naturally from you. Like I may drop little hints of seeds in there, here and there, but I never try to be like, man, look, you gotta come off this way and this. I rather it come genuinely when it comes to my partner. So I'm saying some things you can see in the person that you're dealing with, like a certain level in life that they haven't reached, not financially or nothing like that, but mentally, you can tell, okay, this person, they don't self-reflect. I've noticed they don't self-reflect. Never have. We've been together 2, 3 years, never question themselves about decisions they make or nothing. But I do it all the time and they don't do it. But should I say something about them doing it? And will they just start doing it only because I mentioned it? Or are they gonna do it because they know they need to do it? So I
Okay.
would kind of not say nothing because I want you to know that I want you to figure that out on your own, just like I had to.
Okay. Now, at the part where I notice that you are, I noticed the break in the pattern, right? I noticed that you don't do the same thing that I do. You ain't got to do the same thing that I do. But I noticed that you're not taking some accountability. Or what you just say? You said something, and I was
Self-reflect.
going, okay, boom. When I start noticing that you don't self reflect, that's the part where I start checking out, right?
Really?
Listen, but I'm gonna tell you why that's the part where I start checking out. 9 times out of 10, I've already noticed that you didn't do it.
Mm.
And when I notice that you don't do it, I'm the type of person I'm gonna have a conversation with you about this lack of self reflection
Yeah.
or whatever the issue is gonna be. I'm gonna say something. And I'm gonna say something because I realize that it's causing a little dysfunction between us,
You know.
and I can't function like it, right? How long do you expect me to wait for that to change? Right? What's a realistic time frame for your person to get there right? Personally, I don't think that there's a specific time frame. I think that you have to operate in the parameters of what you can handle, right? But after 2, 3 years of me saying that you don't self reflect, we only got one or two options. Either some self reflection gonna start happening around this motherfucker, or the dynamic of our relationship is about to change. Because if I'm the only one that's self reflecting, if I'm the only one that's taking accountability, if I'm the only one, or vice versa, if the partner is the only one that's self reflecting, the only one taking accountability, the only one attempting to offer options for this to get better, wanting us to be in a better space, blah, blah, blah. If only one of us is doing that, it ain't gonna never be what it's supposed to be. Why am I staying here? So you think I'm gonna spend 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years of my life waiting on you to change? Mm-mm. I'm gonna leave you.
Now that I can agree on the not sticking around so long for certain characteristics that you see in a person. Because I kind of picked that up from Kevin Samuels, like because people to get on there and be like, well, yeah, we was together for 4 years, but I left him because he didn't like the work. When did you find out he didn't like to work?
Do you feel
Like
me?
the second, maybe like 6 months into our relationship. Well, so I
Guess
agree
who would
with.
have rolled out?
Yeah,
Me.
I agree.
I'm
I
leaving.
agree with. I mean, I can agree with it to a certain extent, but I think when you some okay, let's put it like
But
this.
look
Now
though,
you
hold on.
can't.
Let me say this before you go to your next point. Let me say this. I'm a risk taker only up until a certain point, right? And it's a lot of people in this world that like to fucking gamble. I'm only gonna go so far. I analyze stuff. I'm a Virgo. I don't know who in the zodiacs, and I don't know how deep y'all go or how much you believe, right? But I only read and like started studying it to try to understand myself a little bit better and to see
Mm,
if I resonated with things that they said. My Virgo nature, my literal human design is analytical. I analyze things. I'm calculating percentages and weighing out the risk if I stay here or if I don't. Because what is the probability of a motherfucker changing? It's low. It's real low. I don't want to force you to do it either because I don't fuck with stuff that's not genuine. That's just who I am as a person, right? But when I meet you and I talk to you, or when I decide to do that, there's always a chance that you're never going to be who I see you as in my mind. I don't care what the potential is. I can't work with the potential. I got to work with what we got right here, right now.
you don't think okay? So I don't think that's totally true. Like I can see how you can say you'll never be the person that I envision you in my mind, but that's not what we tell our friends. Like it'd be like, girl, I can see it now. You gonna be that month. You gonna be this or homie. Yeah, you gonna be the one, man. You gonna be the.
I'm,
But
I
in
ain't
reality,
saying that I'm not saying I tell these people that.
ah,
But in my mind, I already calculated
that
that
it
it's a
probably ain't going.
10% chance, really more than 10% for most people, no lie. It's really like a 80, 70, 80% chance that you're not going to be that.
Be that. Yeah, no,
I
I agree.
can't
Yeah,
force that. You know what I'm saying? And my perception of you and my perception of your potential ain't even your business. Because whatever is already in your mind's eye is between you and you. I'm just coming in on the latter parts of whatever this might be. Now, can I encourage you? I can. Can I influence you? I can. But force you, I cannot. And I gotta accept you for who you are because if that motherfucker never changed, would I still want to be around? When I met you as who you were, when I came and sat down and did that podcast with you, I only knew about you what I knew about you right there at that moment. What we are exploring right now, I never thought about. I never knew about, and it wasn't my
mm,
business, right? I accepted you for who you were and whatever you brought in the moment. I couldn't focus on the potential. I couldn't worry about what another motherfucker had to say about you.
mm.
I don't know you to be that, right? I haven't seen that from you. But in my mind, you're a man. And you could potentially be better or worse than what whoever the fuck said you were, right?
That's true.
You could
Yeah,
be more or less than whatever you showed me. I'm only getting this snapshot right here. This all I got. Either I'm gonna give it a try, aka I'm gonna risk it, or I'm gonna play it safe and I'm not gonna fuck with it. I'm only gonna risk it to a certain point because that's the kind of person I am, right? I'm cool with encouraging somebody to reach their potential, but I don't have it set in my mind that you gonna end up being that. And that might be a little toxic trait, right? Or not having faith in it. Ain't that I ain't got no faith. I just can't hold you to I can't hold you to my vision. That's my vision. You ain't gotta follow that. You ain't gotta be that. You can turn and do something completely different from what
what it is
who's
that
to
you.
say. Yeah.
Yeah. So, do you think it's somebody out there that can make you better?
Hell yeah. I don't think I met
So,
him.
I mean, so okay, so if that person was to come into your life, you have to ask yourself, okay, wouldn't you want them to be like? Nah, man, I know she can be what I see envision in my mind for her and what she envisioned for herself. Like it's going she ain't coming around, but I'm gonna stick it out because I know it's gonna come. And it may not be this year, next year, the other, but I know it's gonna come. Like I can see it. Like I can envision that it's gonna come for her because she has it in her. She has it. I can see this right there. Because we see a lot of things in people that they have about themselves, and it just be right there. But it's just they upbringing and they surroundings and the people they put themselves around that's just blocking it. And it's just like if you move all that out the way, you just don't know how much you'll flourish in life because what you have, your gift, is right there in your face. It's just you
Okay,
have
so
so many distractions, and that's what's killing it. And some people, I think, some people do come in your life to help you with those distractions or put you on a straight and narrow or help you realize what your gift is, whatever, I mean,
mhm.
or become the person that you see for yourself.
Now I agree with you, and I ain't knocking it, right? But I think that again, to come into somebody's life and do that and be willing to stick that out, you gotta be that kind of person.
And that's
You
what you
gotta
mean.
be
Yeah.
that. I made a video about this a long time ago. Cause again, this we now we talking about potential. I'm only working with potential when I see a track record,
Mm.
right? You see something in me, okay? And I accept you saying to me that you see something in me. But I expect you to watch my behavior. I
Yeah.
expect you to check my track record. I told you I wanted to do X, Y, and Z.
I see what you mean. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
If
I
I
see what you
really
mean.
want to do X, Y, and Z, whether you standing right there or not, my actions are going to tell you that I want to do X, Y, and Z. So, me as a person, when I see that your actions match the X, Y, and Z that you said you want to do, that's what inclines me to stick it out. That tells me that you're willing to go the extra mile for your damn self. And if you're willing to go the extra mile for yourself, I'll go to bat for you any day of the motherfucking week. But as soon as I see, oh, the words and the action not matching, I'm gonna head on out. I don't play like that.
But sometimes the only sometimes a lot of people distraction. Sometimes a lot of people distraction, I think, just be other people that they don't haven't realized need to be removed out of their life. Like
Hmm.
I'm one of them people. I feel like if you, because it's the exception. I'm not. This is not everybody, but the exception. I don't see nobody in their early 30s, late 20s with the same friends from high school. That's just awkward, and it just comes off as fake to me. The
Let me
same
tell you what's
friends,
crazy.
or
I got some.
no. Not the exception. Most definitely, I'm not saying that it's not in it because I know that there
Hmm.
is, and I know that there are some that are really genuine.
Yeah.
But the amount of people, it's not a lot of people out here that just like, yeah, I'm rolling with the same people that like still indulging with the same people from high school or middle school and stuff. It's just,
Hmm.
what are these people really doing for you? Or what are you really doing for these people? Are you the one, like who's holding who? Like who's keeping who around? Like y'all both keeping each other around,
Hmm.
and y'all are for what reasons? Like, do y'all really pour into each other, or do
Yeah.
y'all just call each other when it's time to, to go do something? So I mean, those relationships are pointless. Like those are useless relationships for at a certain age because why are you spending so much time with somebody that don't really pour into you or nothing like that? I mean, it's just what I noticed with people that I've hung around or been around, and I mean, I
But
done had to get away from people because I may have not been good. Well, I ain't even gonna say that because no, I ain't even gonna say that. I can't even think of too many people that I haven't brought. My bad, let me fix this. Damn. Okay, there you go. can't think of too many people that I haven't really like brought some type of to the table with something too. Like I've never just been a person that's just been around just to be around and haven't offered any type of service or anything like that.
Maturity. That's mature. You just a mature individual. And your expectation of people is going to forever be a little higher because you're a mature individual, because you are decisive, because you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I be saying this to people and I mean it every time I say it. I do not treat people. I treat characteristics, right?
Mhm.
And I treat characteristics and not the person because we can change bodies, but a character flaw is a fucking character flaw. A mindset is a mindset. And it don't matter what kind of body that motherfucker come in. And it could be in the body that you least expected, right? And I'm not doing it to generalize, but you gotta think when you go to therapy, when we go to therapy, you know what your therapist do? Your therapist is analyzing your mindset. Your therapist is analyzing your behavior. I don't know you personally, so this is all I got. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna ask you these couple of questions based on whatever, because I know the sum of all your experiences made you something. So let me find out what the sum of your experiences made you. And when I start talking to my therapist, when you start talking to your therapist, they listening, but they're identifying characteristics. They're identifying character traits. And they're telling you that people with these type of characteristics, this is what normally happens. That's how they respond. That's how they figure out, oh, there's a block in the mental. Oh, you have this type of pattern. Oh, you're narcissistic. Has anyone ever told you that you are narcissistic? Have you ever looked up what this meant? They start asking you about things about you based on characteristics,
So you
not you
want to
person.
imagine? Do you want them people to think your life? Because I've always thought like it's your childhood basically is a kind of like a map of who you are as an adult. Your childhood plays out who you become as an adult. Like I think everything is brought back to your childhood.
Up until a certain point, I do. Because again, what we already been talking about. At some point, you got to be mature
Gotta
and
be.
you got to hold yourself accountable. At some point, my childhood no longer plays a part because now I'm consciously making
I know, but
decisions.
yeah.
I'm consciously maneuvering. It don't matter what they said to me when I was 15 years old. I was 15. I couldn't make no decisions then. My mama was making decisions for me. My mama was telling me what to do. Or your daddy was making decisions for you. Your daddy was telling you what to do. I can't. That's when I was 15. Today, you're 28. Motherfucker, you making all your own choices. This is the time to stop blaming the parents, right? This is the time to become conscious. But so often we're moving subconsciously, unconsciously. We don't even realize that I'm moving based on patterns I learned way back in the back. And the patterns are forcing me to turn around and look around because my life not turning out how I want it. What's
Mm,
wrong with this shit?
yeah.
Why is it like this? I only come to the realization that in my childhood, this is what I saw. This is what they were doing,
What I didn't see.
or what I didn't see. But I was still impressionable. I learned this shit from somewhere. It didn't come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And when I finally get to that mature age where I'm checking my own patterns, now I'm checking my own behaviors, and I decided that I was gonna go to therapy. And my therapist asked me something, and after my therapist asked me that, it made me think about this when I was a child, and I had forgot all about that. Now I gotta go talk to my mama about this, and when I go
Mm-hmm.
talk to my mama about it, my mama say something that brings some whole new shit to light, and now I'm like, oh my god,
Yeah, that's crazy because I done had that same exact that happened to me before, and it's
for
crazy.
real.
Yeah, I done some shit done been. I didn't go to therapy before to get brought up. It just some shit you just can't forget, or it's just in your
Yep.
mind. It's just a memory that just seem to keep flashing back. And I had to
Yeah.
go ask my mama, and it was like, damn. I'm like, how, why is? Because I think at a point in time, certain people, when you let your childhood shit go and stop, I never use my childhood as an excuse for anything. Like I accountability, regardless of whether you're doing wrong or right, just taking accountability, even if you don't admit to it to nobody, even if you one of them people, man, shit, did you do it or did you didn't do it? Like, even if you're
Mhm.
just quiet, but as long as you tell yourself, like, I know what I did. I know exactly what the fuck I did. I was bullshit. Like, this is one thing I never forget. Well, I ain't gonna say I forget, but when it could, how I determine the people that I kind of like that's in the rap industry when Meek Mill's going on this whole little charade about uh jail and reinforce whatever the fuck it was about injustice for people in jail, men in jail, this, that, and the third.
Yeah.
And Kevin Gates went on the Breakfast Club and it was like, yeah, man. So what you think about Meek for what he doing for the, for the brothers in prison? You just got locked up and he was like, he said something, I can't say it exactly word for word, but he was basically saying, I ain't. I did. I know what I did. Like I'm not blaming nobody for going to jail. I went to jail because I did something. Like I'm not.
Mhm.
I'm not putting it off on the prison system, the white man. It's because
Mhm.
we like to do. Well, not we, but our people like to do shit and hide their hand, and then just it's so easy to. Man, it's this system, man. It's this motherfucking system. These white folks, man. It's just nigga, but you
Yeah, you
wild
just looking for
too.
somebody to blame.
Yeah, yeah. I just don't. Nah, you just gotta take accountability, man. I mean, I've
But
always had to do. Even if I never expressed it, I still tell myself, "Nah, I did this. I was wrong. I was fucked. That was wrong with me. I know that was some
accountability
bullshit."
comes with maturity. There's no accountability without maturity.
But
And
see,
real accountability has action behind it.
but look,
People
okay,
mistake, hold on, look, because
yeah,
you got people that mistake acknowledgement for accountability. And you can acknowledge some shit all day long,
yeah, you're right. Yeah, yeah.
but accountability got action behind it. I recognized that I was the problem. And because I recognized I was the problem, I fixed it. That's what Kevin Gates really saying. I recognized that I was a problem. I
Mm,
fixed it.
okay.
I got tired of going to jail. Guess who? The only person who can control you going to jail, motherfucker,
Yeah.
you.
But
That one.
see, when you bring up maturity, because I'm thinking like I was never the person that had, because I was the youngest out of all my siblings, but I was never the person that had the. I don't know where my maturity came from, and I think it came because I spent a lot of time like by myself when I was young, just like by myself. So I don't know where the maturity came from, but I didn't have to do things you had to do. I didn't have to go pick up those siblings, drop people off, pick them up, help out on bills, this is that and the third. I didn't have to do stuff like that. I didn't have it made, but I didn't have additional things that I had to do. I just had to be a broke ass kid. Like that
Right.
was just it, and struggle with the rest of the family. But I didn't have to go the extra mile and find food for the family and nothing like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's it's people out there, it's other homeboys and shit that had to do 10 times more than I had to when I was younger. Like had to really step up and play a father figure role or the big brother like, and I'm like, you would think is that y'all matured quicker than I did. Y'all was doing maturity things way earlier than I was, but mentally y'all aren't mature.
That's
But I
that's
guess,
responsibility.
yeah. So yeah, but they still, man, I don't know. See, it's confusing because some of these people still don't know how to be responsible, or they only responsible to the things they want to be responsible for.
No. Okay. The dynamic of I'm just gonna take the last thing that you just said. The dynamic of a dude 15, 16, 17 between the I'm gonna say ages between the ages of 15 and 24, 25. taking on the role of being a man of the house, right,
Mm-hmm.
is often taken up because he feel like he ain't got no choice.
Mm.
That's what happens. I feel that I don't have a choice because I'm tired of going without, right? I'm lacking something and I'm trying to make up for what I'm lacking. So I take on the responsibility of the things that the head of the household would be doing because I don't want to go without. I don't want to see my mama go without. I don't like coming home and the lights are not on. It ain't that I want to go do this right here, but this is the only thing that I know that'll get us out of the position where we don't have no power.
That just made me think of something. Let me ask you this: are you one of the people? Are you a parent that believes in asking your kids for help? Like,
Oh,
are
like
you?
can you pay the light bill kind of parent? Shit like
It
that?
ain't even gotta be the light bill, but it are like, are you one of them like, shoot, mama's struggling, like we can use some extra little money or what, like, will you ever make your because like what you just said, they felt like they had to do it because they had no choice, they had to step up. Like some parents, you got them parents in the movies, like, I don't I got this son, mama got it. We just falling on hard times right now, but don't worry about nothing. Like now you can't help what somebody does based off what they're seeing. So I mean you can't stop them from doing something, but like you can't stop your child if you struggling with a bill for the month or whatever. Because you could just be lying like I ain't got it right now. Whole time you got it, you just I'm not finna get it. But I'm saying you can't stop what your child may do if you letting them know something like, yeah, I can't. This bill is rough for this month, and they may take it upon themselves, be like, shit, mama, shit, I gotta get out here and get it because mama, man, them bills piling up, and she gotta get it. But basically, what I'm getting at is will you ever make your kids how have you ever made your kids feel like they needed to do something in order to help you because you fell on hard times or you just telling them that we ain't got it like that this month, y'all. It ain't shit ain't sweet like it was last year, something like that. Because what I'm saying is that pressure on a child takes their minds away from a lot of things and make them feel like they have to do things that they shouldn't honestly be doing in the first place. Like for instance, you had to step up and play a, a adult role to your siblings. I don't know the dynamics of why you had to or why you didn't have to or whatever, but I'm saying sometimes I feel like it could be a little bit detrimental to the kids because that should be time that they should be spending being a child.
Yeah. Okay, so I am not the kind of parent that'll make my child feel like they have to help me, especially not financially, right?
Yeah.
But in some aspects, I literally have, right? I only got daughters. I got three daughters, right? And because I'm no longer married and there's no man in my house, how I broke it down to my children was that in here we a unit, right?
Yeah, yeah.
This is our unit. We a family. It's me and it's y'all. I'm not saying there won't ever be a man present or none of that, but for where we at right now, it's us. Okay? And sometimes in order for us to function on the level that we should, for this to go as smooth as it needs to go,
Hmm.
we all gotta help, right? That means you might have to wash the dishes some days. You might have to sweep, right? I broke it down in regular household,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Chores and responsibilities. But a bill, it ain't none of your business. You're a child. You see what I'm saying? It's none of your business, right? But I can't speak for a woman that has sons and they got
Mm.
sons that are of working ages
They wanna.
because nine times out of 10, that's who gets told stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's who gets burdened with the responsibility unless, because I've heard this too, the daughter is dating somebody of a little stature, right?
Yeah.
He got
Mm-hmm.
a little money. The mama want her to get the money out the man or whatever, whatever. So the mama can be living off the
Living off the
situation.
situation. Yeah.
The daughter ain't thinking about asking him for money for your household. Her mind it ain't even got close to this. That's the furthest thing from that. She like this boy. This boy her escape from what y'all got going on, right? Their mama looking at that boy like it's her meal
That's a
ticket.
mess. Mm.
The dynamics be so different. I am a quote unquote single mom, but I don't ever bring that into my parenting. My relationship status don't got nothing to do with me being your mama. Man, there or not, I'm still gonna be your mom. I still have a responsibility and a duty to do what I'm supposed to be doing when it come to you, whether he right there or not. Who am I to come to my child and say, "Oh, you got to help me with a bill"? That's goofy as hell.
I believe at a certain age, I'm just saying like when you becoming of age and just to do it for the responsibility tip, like if you don't see that they already on track of being responsible with bills and handling money and stuff like that, like I can see it like, hey, look, you got a little job, just throw me some on this phone bill now that you got, like not coming off like
Yeah, yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah,
That is I'm fine with because I can see myself doing that because I'm trying to
for
teach
sure.
responsibility. But I just noticed some parents is like they're pressuring their kids to do the things that they would claim they don't want them to do, but when
Yeah,
they do it and it's benefiting them, I ain't nothing I can do about it. They gonna be
yeah,
they just gonna go
man.
out there and do it themselves.
You
You
watching
knew
these
that's
folk
what you
pimp their
wanted them to
kids
do.
out. Them people pimping their kids the fuck
Pimping a kid.
out.
Yep. You right.
Flat out. That's what you're doing. You pimping your
Mm-hmm.
child. I don't
Yep.
care what. I don't care how sweet you want to fix it, make it seem. You're pimping out your fucking kid.
Yep.
But like you said, now in terms of teaching responsibility, now that's something that my mom and my stepdaddy did. Okay. Oh, you have a job.
Mm-hmm.
You have to pay $65 for your phone bill. That's my only
Yeah.
bill. That little
Mm-hmm.
$65 for the phone. You have a car. You're responsible for putting gas in the car,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's levels to that. Again, and if that's how people want to run it, run your show how you run your show. I can't tell you what worked in your household. But as the parent, it's gotta be some separation, right? Or it's gonna end up like you said, they gonna start feeling obligated to do for you. And what happens is the obligation, especially with men, because I done seen this and still hear it to this day. The obligation with men, it does not leave.
Mm-mm.
That man be feeling that boy be feeling responsible for his mama.
My for his whole life. Yeah.
Woo!
That's crazy.
He can't
That's
even be
crazy.
in no relationship for real.
Mm-mm.
Cause he over here paying your bill. Why are you paying your mama rent? Your mama got a
That's
man that
I
come through
mean,
there every week.
whether
Why
she
you
do or
paying her rent?
don't, I just can't take I can't rip my child of their childhood or their young adulthood by interfering because I made terrible choices. Whatever choices I made, I'm gonna leave them up to me. It ain't got shit to do with you. You ain't got to step
Mm-mm.
through and do nothing. Like I'm gonna try my hardest to not make it come off as I need help so bad, but I'll figure it out on my own because the last thing I need you to do is a young adult, 18, 19, 20, every night worrying about if your mama done ate or does she got a ride here? Does she need a ride to like, just
But that's hey, that right there. That's real life though. Do
nah, it
you know how
is.
many of us are reparenting our parents?
Parents. Yep. But that makes it hard to get in the that makes it so fucking hard to put yourself to actually get in a relationship. Not even saying that the man is gonna be good for or the woman, not saying that they're gonna be the one for you, but you just never know how it could have been if you would have came into the situation a little different with an open, clear mind, not so much on your shoulders. But you got people who go into relationships with so much on their shoulders, and it's like, damn, I was cool with taking care of you, but I gotta take care of them. And your mama finna have another child? Oh, you know what? I don't know if I want to do this no more. And it's
You
like
see
you might
what
have had something good. You might have had something good, and it's
for
not
sure.
your fault, but you're loyal by default. So it's like as a kid, they're not finna say, nah, I gotta no, because I gotta work extra hours because my mama, I gotta give her this and that. And it's like, man, it's no, I'm cool. Cause it sounds like I'm
But
with you and your mama.
guess what it takes for you to realize that a little maturity. It take being in a room with people who tell you, "Hey, that's abnormal. That's not normal.
Yeah, but who
Hey,
gonna but you know how
that ain't
hard it
okay."
is? That's like going against the grain for a lot of people. And I
No,
will.
no, the fuck it ain't.
I will. Well, not
No,
for
it ain't.
me, but a
No, it
lot
ain't.
majority, man, listen, majority of people is nah, that's mom, that's grandmama, that nah, I got I got they be man.
Listen, I'm gonna say this, and I ain't gonna lie to you. Again, all this shit takes some levels of maturity, but I had to realize that when it comes to sharing wisdom, my only job is to share.
Mm,
I cannot worry myself with what you do with the wisdom that I give you. When everybody be saying, I can take you to the water, but I can't make you drink. It's a fact.
well, yeah, you're right.
My job is to plant the seed. My job is to for the duration of our friendship, platonic relationship, whatever the fuck kind of ship we in, my job is to water the seed that I planted. That's my job. It ain't to force you to get what I'm saying, cuz it don't change that what I said is still a fact. It doesn't change that, right? It's never going to change that this is not what you should be doing. It's never going to change the fact that that's abnormal. That ain't going none of that is changing. It's going to always be that. But until you get to the place where you recognize, damn, they was right about what they said. Even if this is normal, I don't want it to be my normal.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? You got to start making them decisions to do with that as you should. That's on you. It's my job to make you aware. That's what I'm here to do. I'm going to make you aware of that. If I am your friend, if I am your partner, if I am your lover, if I'm all those things, if I love you and care for you the way I said I did, my job is to make you aware. And even if you are aware, I just want to bring it back because you might have started pushing that motherfucker back. I'm going to bring it back. I want to remind you that that's not the best thing for you to do. If this is where you said you want to go, that's going to hold you up. But what you eat don't make me shit though. But I did see what was on your plate. And I
mhm.
just thought I should let you know that it's not the best, that ain't the best thing for you. And then my job is to I got to carry on because I still got to be responsible for my own life.
Yeah,
But it hurts me none to drop a little wisdom on you and yours though. That ain't hurting me. That's wisdom. That's what it's for. Wisdom
no
is to
doubt.
keep the next motherfucker out of a situation if they listen. I can't make you though. So when we
It,
talk about being accountable, right? When we talk about we know better than something, 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 even if you didn't know better, I did my job and I brought it to your awareness that that ain't the best decision. Now, what you do with it after that is your business. The gift is still the gift. I brought the gift to the birthday party.
mhm.
I set the gift on the gift table where it belonged. Did you open it? Damn, I ain't even open it. Well, damn. You never know what you had because you ain't open it. You didn't use it. I
People
bought you one for your birthday. Damn, I ain't even opened that bag. That's some you shit.
exactly. Because I don't think people. I think a lot of people don't care to change. And
Yeah.
I think a lot of people just honestly do not want to change certain situations because the a toxic lifestyle is I know it does. I haven't had a toxic lifestyle and I couldn't tell you in how long, but I know how it feels. Just like I was talking about, uh, like the people that chooses to go to after hours every week for the last 10, 15 years, like that, like it's addictive, and it's something about it just feels good to go
Mm.
out there to see the chaos going on, to see the, just the lust just floating around, just the sexual tension, knowing what people want, knowing what people own, like everybody's on the same thing, literally. Killing,
But listen,
stealing.
what I tell you though, it ain't a real place.
No, 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 it's
It's
not.
it that is a physical manifestation of escapism.
Mm, mm.
That's what that is. It is everybody trying to escape something. And when they come back outside and the sun is up, we back in reality.
Not for
The-
long for everybody.
No, no, not for
Yeah.
long. But if
But
I
I
can escape it just for a little bit, if I can clear my mind from it just for a little bit, but that's what everybody do when they go in the club. They turn
yeah,
that fucking
true, true.
bottle up and they trying to get rid of them problems. Them
But
problems ain't going no
not me.
fucking
I
nowhere.
I never hold on. Uh, I've never I've never been for some reason. I think ever since I stopped using narcotics, like when I was young, I have not been. I I don't know. It's weird when I go in any club and I'm telling myself that I am about to have a great time or have some type of fun. It just turns out for me. I just get the judging. That's all I do. I just look around and analyze everybody in there, and I pay close attention. I observe. That's all I do when I go out is observe everybody.
Yeah.
I don't like. I can't. It's hard to have fun for one because I don't really have the friends that I want to have genuine fun with anymore. But
Mm.
so when I do go out, it's just observing. It's just I'm observing. I'm seeing the people. And it's weird because it's like I want to have fun, but I can't because
Cause
I
you
because I
watching.
can't get out my head. I can't get out my head inside the club. I can't get out my head. If I'm in the club, I can't just go in there and see myself having fun. Like I'm in my head. I'm wondering like I'm looking at people like, damn, you do this every week, huh? Like, darn. I'm like, I wonder who pay their bills. I wonder with like
Man, listen.
it's so many questions going on in my mind because
And
I
it's
know my situation. So I'm just like, is it a part of the world that I'm not having stepped in that everybody's living in? And I'm like missing out. Like,
man,
what's going
listen,
on?
listen. They've been telling us time is not real, time is an illusion. But the real reality is that we are all simultaneously having a different experience.
That is
And the
crazy.
only reason that we are having these different experiences is because of our perspectives.
Mm,
I see things a different way than you see things. And because you see it that way and I see it this way, what's showing up in reality in your life and mine is two completely different things, right? It's just like the glass half empty versus the glass half full concept. You may look at a situation and see opportunity. Another person will look at the situation and see despondence. There is no hope there. They don't see that situation changing. But you may be able to see that. But you also may be a visionary, right? They're not.
mm.
They're not created that way. You know what I mean? It's again, we can only go as far as what we can perceive, what we've been taught, right? The club. I said everybody's in there trying to escape, but I know everybody in there is not trying to escape.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Some of us are in this motherfucker celebrating,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
Some of us are
Mhm.
just here to enjoy ourselves. And when I come out this one time, I'm not coming back out again for 6 fucking months.
Mhm.
I ain't coming out again for 9 months. I'm only out because a person that I love asked me to come. And because I want to show up for the person that I love, that's why I'm here. Once I'm done showing up for this person this once a year, I'm back in the house. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to spend my money on that shit. Who paid my bills?
Man,
Me. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Simultaneously, we all having a different experience though. It's like going down that motherfucking slide at the fair. It's 8 different lanes on this slide. They all a different color. This person came down, landed flat on their ass. This person came down and flipped face forward. You feel me? This little piggy went to the market. This little
That
piggy
is
stayed
crazy.
home.
Cause we
This little
everybody
piggy had
is
roast beef. This little piggy had none. This little piggy was crying on the way home. Nigga, all y'all on the same foot.
living a whole nother different reality from one
Living a
another.
completely different life. And it's because of my perception. And it's because of the things that I believe. It's because of the things that I hold true to. It's because of the things that I was taught, or it's because of the things that I taught myself.
But I be thinking I be thinking well, I think for a fact I know I can bring myself into somebody else's reality. Like I can envision what it is that you're thinking and the way that you look at things. And cause when I understand why I don't think the way certain people think, I
Hmm.
would have to either have lived it or I can envision myself living it. But then again, I don't know until I actually have lived it. That's like saying, if I was a millionaire, man, I wouldn't even be doing this. But I haven't been a millionaire, so I wouldn't actually know what I would be doing.
Hmm.
But I just know for certain lifestyles that I see people partake in, I just sometimes I just know. I think overall, what I know, what I want for myself and the people that I love, or the people that love me, I don't think it's nothing that can overcome. I don't even think money can overcome that. Like it's just certain stuff that no situation or nothing can overcome. Because like I be telling my wife, like you got a different level to type of guys that you deal with. Like I can be a real disrespectful husband if I wanted to, and
Hmm.
just because well, man, I'm a nigga, man. That's what niggas do. It's us. I can
Hmm.
use those excuses. Like I tell her, because I'm one of them people. Like I get what you saying. Like I don't know if that's what you were saying, like settling or anything. But I hear women talk about I'm not settling for this or this and that. But I'm thinking like, could you imagine? Like you just got a dude who like he just an average earner, $42,000 a year or whatever. He's just an average earner. He ain't really no club or nothing like that. He go out, but he's boring,
Hmm.
but he's safe, and he makes sense for your life.
Right.
And it's like, could you imagine having a nigga that wakes up in the morning and instead of going to work, he plays the game? Could you see that's why I said, could you see yourself actually with a man like that? Could you
Mm.
see yourself with a man saying, babe, man, we got 5,500 in the account. Man, let's go put down on that 2025 Jeep. If they only want 4,000 down, then we can use the other shit to, get some little rims or something. And you as the woman or the man or the wife or whatever, it's like, oh my gosh, this nigga with this shit again. Like he gonna come with this whole spiel. Let me leave. See, that's what I be talking about. You don't ever trust me, and man, come on. And it's like, but it's like, could you imagine yourself with a person like that? Like, because now, like I tell, it's certain things now that I see now that I don't like in certain women that I'm like, whoo, I'm glad I ain't gotta deal with that. Like I ain't saying I got the best situation, but I'm like, I don't have to deal with that. I'm
Yeah.
I'm cool. I like, yeah. Cause it's just certain stuff that I know I couldn't do. Same thing with women. Like some women probably cool with a nigga playing the game, but it's a lot of women like this nigga really on this goddamn game. Like nigga, get the
Man, because
fuck
listen,
up. Go
I
cut the
don't play.
grass.
Listen, we ain't doing that game shit.
You see,
We
see,
ain't just hold up now.
it
We
gotta
it's
make
go.
sense.
Do you hear me? We gonna have a little time limit if we gonna be playing these games.
Yeah, yeah.
And I get what you're saying when you say settling, but it's only settling if it's something that you told yourself that you weren't gonna do and you do it.
Mm. Oh
That's
well.
when it becomes settling.
Hmm.
When you know that your requirement is this, that you said that the minimum for this right here was this, that the standard was ain't no playing no games and it ain't no kids coming in here, right? The minute that you compromise on them, and I ain't even saying that there's nothing wrong with compromise, but if that was a uncompromisable, if that was something that you said by all means we ain't never doing that, you settled. You didn't have to. You chose to, right? This
Yeah.
shit about choices. And even when you don't choose something, you still choosing. What you gonna pick? Choosing anything less than what you want is settling. On any level. Anything less than what you want is a settlement.
I
You're
think
settling.
everybody settle though. I think everybody do. I
For
think
certain
everybody
stuff, I feel
settle.
like they do for sure.
I
And
think
I
yeah.
ain't gonna lie to you. Sometimes you might mistake this quote unquote settling, right? And it ain't really settling. It really be alignment. It really be God having your
Mm.
back.
Mm.
It really be God watching out for you for some shit that you thought that you wanted. And you be having the moments like what you said. Man, I'm glad I ain't gotta go through that in my marriage.
I think that be what women are for men. Well, for this, at least for our generation, I think that's what a lot of women are for men. But I think that the younger generation up under us is going to be the men for women. I think it's going to be the men that are helping these women align with their true purpose in life. Right now, for our generation, I believe like it's the women for the men. You get that woman, those boring women that want to be in the house, that want to just, fix their house up,
Mhm,
make it look nice, come out every now and then, just
mhm,
work, build something that sounds so fucking boring or whatever.
mhm,
That niggas like, nah, I need me a little turn, bitch, man. Little bitch is ready to go out, shoot out of town. You know, I think the women like that for now is the women that people would be like, I ain't selling for no boring bitch. I ain't selling for no boring ass hoe. Like, hoe, get up, throw some ass. Let's go to a strip club, something like. But I mean, that's clearly not what you need. That's
mhm.
not the person that you need.
But
So
how
I
many
think
people
for
choose what they need though? Who chooses
mm,
what they need over what they want outside of
mm,
bills? And guess what? Some people so fucked up that they
I don't
choose
even
they
choose
wants
them.
over their needs when it comes to their bills too.
Yeah, you're right.
If you can't make a decision on choosing what the fuck you need to be doing when it comes to your bills, oh baby,
Yeah, that's
you're
like
gonna
a real
suck
yeah.
in real
You're
life.
gonna suck in real life. Yeah.
You gonna have a hard transition, bro. Cause now you short on some bills and you finna go ask somebody for help. Wasn't you
Yeah,
just
that's true.
doing whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't you just say you wasn't whatever? What?
Right. I'm thinking, yeah. So it's women like that for sure. Get up there, baby. Baby.
Oh.
Come on. Mhm. Yeah, I think it's women like that for sure. The born what people would call born women is what are good for a lot of men right now. That kind of take them out of that. And I guess some men just end up choosing those type of women later on in life. But hold on, before we get out, I want to talk about that one other thing that girl said.
The girl with the glasses in the
Yeah.
video.
Hey man, she was funny, wasn't she? Man, no,
Listen,
listen. Dude, she almost made me cry, bro. Did you see? I don't know if you went through her page or not. She had one video on there. She was talking about her son got autism. I mean,
she started
th-
crying in the video,
yeah,
talking
and I
about the
was just,
IEP. Okay, look, I don't know what she said because I didn't finish it. But when I saw her crying, man, no, I had to get off. Okay, and this is a full transparent moment. I had to get off the video because I'm having like a struggle with my parenting right now, right?
mm,
Not that I feel like I'm a bad parent, but I am like traveling through an experience where I feel like I hate being a parent.
mm,
So that for me would have sent me over the edge and I had to click
mm,
off as soon as I seen her crying. Cause the reality is I don't care what anybody fucking says. Okay. I don't. And this is about to be a confession of an unpopular fucking opinion. Okay. I feel I ain't saying this is factual. I'm not saying it's a right or wrong. I feel like not enough people are honest about the parenting experience as a whole and about how challenging it is to be a fucking parent, right?
mm,
Let alone being a single parent. And then if you add in a special needs or a disabled child, if you add in a mentally ill child, if you add in a child with a fucking IEP or any type of behavioral issues,
mm.
ADHD, ADD, OCD, oh my fucking God.
Yeah, people don't. You're right. I don't hear people talk about parenting. Like that's not
Yeah,
a subject that I hear.
man, look,
I hear the
I
man
went,
and woman conversation a lot, but parenting I do not hear a lot. That do
yeah.
not come across my phone.
Do you see what because they're not doing it. It's fucking taboo. Stop. This shit is hard. I don't give a fuck if it's 15 of y'all raising children together. This shit
Hmm.
is hard, bruh. It's
I can only
hard.
imagine.
You have a wife. Y'all in the same house. You're an active fucking dad. And I saw you tape your kids' heads together because they were fucking fighting.
Yeah, yeah.
And I
This
said, I'm
shit.
gonna do that to my kids if they fight one more time because it's two of y'all in there hearing that. And here is me. It's
Yeah,
me hearing that.
that's
And not because they dad is not an active dad, but because we don't live in the same household
yeah.
and we're not in a relationship, right? So now we technically co-parenting.
Parenting.
That's even harder. I gotta stay on the same page with you and deal with these motherfucking kids. And every day I ain't feeling you, and motherfucker, you ain't always feeling me, right? And we ain't always seeing eye to eye on the minute decisions that have to be made, not the overall. That's a whole nother level if we get into the overall things that need to be discussed when we talk about parenting our children. We might have had to say, and motherfuckers be like, you need to choose better. Bruh, when did people lose the right to change? I might have changed my mind.
Hmm.
Before I became a parent, I might have believed one thing. However, after living out the parenting experience for over 10 years, I changed my mind. My experiences shaped how the fuck I see this right here. It's not the same. I'm not the same type of parent that I was those 14 years ago when my daughter was first born, right? The challenges that I've seen over the 14 years, watch your fucking tone when you talking to me. Behind the things that I've experienced when it came to my child, behind the things that I've sacrificed, behind the things that I've done in these 14 years.
Yes.
Watch your mouth. They
I'm
used to
so
not bother me. You know what I'm saying? So I when the video came up and I saw the real she was real life crying, you know what kind of mind state you gotta be in to make a fucking video and you
yeah,
crying your
crying.
fucking baby.
Yeah,
I made one
it's
and put it on my Instagram and I put fucking sunglasses on. I think it's weird when people post them videos of themselves crying until I had the moment.
yeah, yeah.
And it wasn't even a sad moment. I was reflecting on something.
Hmm.
But I needed to share the reflection I was having, and the emotions just came up in the process, right? And I had to tell myself it's okay.
Yeah, it is okay. Yeah, it ain't as big of a deal as people would make it out to be. I just don't see how y'all listen.
You see what I'm
Everybody ain't got the
saying?
same outlet like everybody. Like I don't know who y'all vent to or talk to. Everybody's not.
Yeah.
I mean, some people. It goes back to what you're saying. We're living in all different realities. Some people look at this phone and this social media shit not like what everybody else looks. Some people probably look at it as like this is a fucking journal. I'm finna put whatever in this bitch. I don't care what
But you
people
know what
say.
though? In real life, traveling through the kind of experiences that we be having, it end up being that.
Mm-hmm.
I done got on my Instagram before and started a Dear Diary series,
Mm-hmm.
right? Not just because I wanted other people to see it because I did feel like other people should see that. Because,
Mm-hmm.
like what we just said, it's not enough people talking about some of these experiences. I see y'all post and talk about shit on this internet, but y'all ain't talking about shit that matter.
Nah, they're
I don't
not.
give a fuck about you and that nigga going 50-50. That ain't my
Mm-mm.
business. But what I do care about is it's a mama out there that's just like me, that she's having a moment where she hates being a fucking parent. She having a moment where she don't even like her kids today. What the her emotions are changing from day to day because she's so overwhelmed with doing it by herself. But she feels ashamed of sharing with somebody that she's overwhelmed because on the internet, they're teaching us on the internet that we need to be gentle parents. I feel bad for whooping my kids. I can't even say in public that I'm whooping my kids because y'all gonna try to take me to jail for disciplining my
Mm-hmm.
children. But you'll throw that fucking Bible in my face and say, "Spirit of rod, spoil a child." Which side of the fence are we on? This is crazy. But I can't call nobody and ask nobody for advice because then you gonna think I'm trying to neglect responsibility and get away from
Mm-hmm.
the responsibility of being a parent. So who the fuck else can I tell it to?
Yeah, you're right. And I think the best place is to put it on the internet because honestly, if your circle isn't that big and you don't have nobody that you know in a similar position with two or three kids, a girl and a boy, two boys, two girls at a certain age, like who the fuck do I'm just like, damn, who can I call
Yeah,
that got a
cause
boy
get
and a girl,
but
one
guess what the
seven?
internet has done though? It has proven to be resourceful for
Yep,
people who don't have resources that need some shit.
talking to everything.
They told that girl up in Chicago about leaving her motherfucking kids while she went to work and blah, 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 blah. But nobody stepped in and looked at the other side of the motherfucking picture that she ain't got no help. That's why they by themselves. That's why them people gave her that money so that she can afford the help so she could go to work because what she's really trying to do is take care of kids.
Hmm.
But people so busy running their motherfucking mouth. Oh, she don't care about her kids. That's not safe. You're being neglectful. Well, bitch, I gotta keep the lights on. I gotta feed them said kids. I can't get food stamps. I don't live in based on income housing. My rent 1,200.
Yeah, yeah, shit. Hey,
These real
big.
situations. And y'all attacking me for going to work? Damn, God forbid I got a job. And I just didn't have no babysitter today to keep my kids, but I still needed to go to work. I can't afford to miss a day. That
Hmm.
$1,200 rent, they don't care about me missing a day. They don't care about me feeling good. They don't care about me taking a mental health day. They don't care about their daddy not showing up. They don't give a fuck about that. The rent need to be paid by the 5th.
Yeah, they don't know care about none of this
They
shit. They
don't give a
don't.
baby NES
They
don't give a
don't.
good goddamn that your grandmama died yesterday. They gonna cut them
Mm-mm.
fucking lights off. That's what they gonna do. Your job, please don't get me started on your job.
They never
They'll
gave a
fire your
fuck.
ass and replace you in less than 24 hours. They'll
Mm-hmm.
be holding open interviews tomorrow.
Shit, that afternoon. Yeah, they never gave a fuck. Nobody honestly
They
does, man. I mean,
none.
but when you do get on internet, you'll run across somebody who seemed like you don't even gotta know him. You be like, damn, this person really gives a fuck about people in this
In
situation, which is my
general,
situation. They
they
care
give a
about it.
fuck about
Yeah.
human well-being.
Anything relatable to anybody makes you feel it gives you some type of comfort. If you got on
Yeah.
here and I'm watching you and I'm hearing you talk about how you got a gambling addiction and it's just so hard and this and that. I mean, even though that's broad because we hear stuff like that, but I mean something going on in our community. It's just something. It's like, damn, I didn't think there was a lot of people out there with this same problem. Like, but
Yeah.
she breaking it down. She going into it every detail. I'm having the same experience. Like, there's somebody out here that really care, and I'm seeing how they pushing on. I gotta push on. Like I got
But
to. Like,
listen though, at the root of us not wanting to share these experience lies shame, lies guilt, right?
mm,
I'm a mom. Regardless of whether my relationships worked out or not, it doesn't change the fact that this shit is challenging, okay? But the fact that I'm not in a relationship with either of the fathers of my children makes it that much more challenging. I'm
mm,
not the first single mother on the planet, and I'm not
mm,
gonna be the last, right? Because while I'm feeling like I'm doing it by myself, it's a mama out here. She's really doing it alone, right? Because her mama dead, her daddy in prison,
yeah,
her grandmama dead, her granddaddy dead, and the baby
brothers
daddy
like
dead,
that. Yeah.
right? Or the baby daddy locked up. All all of which are circumstances that she cannot change. So when her kid crying in the middle of the night because he don't feel good, she can't go to work the next day because she ain't got no babysitter, and her baby don't feel good. She can't send him to daycare because he got a fever. These be real ass situation. That don't stop that shit from being hard, bruh. Somebody come help you one day and you appreciate the help. You ain't being ungrateful. But
Mm-mm.
damn, what about these other 364? Straight up, what about the other 364 days that I'm in here? What about them that week that them kids out of school? I can't even go to work. I need a babysitter.
Any other word?
Or they
Exactly.
gonna be at home by
So
themselves. And somebody always jumping down my throat about my kids being at home by themselves. But why are we not looking at the flip side of the coin? On the other side of that, there's no help. I don't the only decision I got is a bad decision, bruh.
mm.
The only decision I got, y'all don't approve of.
But people always like to bring it back to you should have made the right decision in the beginning. And I used to I be feeling the same way. It's like, bruh, you knew better. You had all the signs in the world pointing to you. But I also know everybody upbringing is different, and sometimes your upbringing can raise you in a way to make you feel like certain things are acceptable and okay. Oh,
To
he yell and
every
kick my ass here now and then. It's cool, but he love me. You know, he do this, he do that. He love me. He borrow my keys and take my car and be gone for a week. But he said he want my baby. He really love me. And it's like boom, yeah, I got a kid. You actually grow up 2 3 years later and start to realize shit. And I was like, damn, this nigga never loved me. Well, I
to
can't shit
every
I can do about it
person,
now.
to every person that's ever said you should have chose a better baby daddy, I be wanting to hit them dead in their mouth. That is no lie. That again, a confession of an unpopular opinion. I want to hit them dead in their mouth.
Okay, look. Well, hold
Let
on. What about the ones that do it over and over though? What about keep some women are very impressionable. so I can't speak for everybody, but I can just say, okay, you do it one time, all right. You do it two times, it's like maybe you just trying to give another chance. But you do it three times, it's like, are you are you really trying to pick a good person, or you just not like what is it at this point? Like I give a person grace up until a certain extent. It's like you four baby daddies in, and none of all these niggas is the same. Like this is what you wanted. Like you're making me believe this is what you wanted. And if this is what you wanted, just don't complain about it. Then I don't. My thing is, don't complain about it. That's all. I don't care how many fucked up baby days you got. As long as you acknowledge that you got them and you chose them, just don't complain about it. Like just like
So
shit. I just like the truth. Like just be like, man, my young and dumb. Just trying to be something to somebody that they weren't trying to be back to me. And, this just decision, just the outcome. But I'm living with it. Like, I respect the accepting what you put yourself into. Because if I was a female and I did the same exact thing, and because what can a person say then? It's you. What can I say then? If I said and be like, yeah, but you got one, two, three, four, five baby daddies, and all of them ain't shitting. This is that and third, and you hit me with, man, look, man, I was young. I was really trying to make something work with these dudes, and I was head over heels. I was all in it. Like I was, and it just kept happening, but I didn't know no better. What I'm gonna say then? Yeah, whatever, bitch. But you still got like you was being honest.
okay,
Like you
but
was
look,
being honest.
listen though. This how I came to my I would hit a bit of mouth logic, right? When people fly off the handle and say you should have chose better, motherfucker, you don't even know the circumstances behind me ending up with a
Mm.
baby by this motherfucker.
Yeah, true.
Because who's to say that said nigga that you think that I should have chose better than didn't fucking rape me?
Yeah, true. Or they
And I
lie and
just
say,
didn't believe in killing my kid.
mm,
Who's to say that? You don't know that, right? Who's to say that the nigga didn't say for 9 months plus whatever time before the baby came about? I'ma be there, I'ma be there. I wanna do this with you. I wanna build with you. He's showing signs. He doing this, he doing that, doing this, doing that. Then when the baby get here and that shit get hard like parenting is, he didn't change his mind. He didn't change his behavior. Cause I don't give a fuck what the fuck y'all got to say about that. A lot of these men, when the baby comes earthside
mm,
and we gotta start buying things and making decisions together and doing blah 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 blah. Yeah, niggas get to changing real quick when them real responsibilities start kicking in. When a nigga gotta take off work cause ain't nobody to watch that baby, like I said, when he can't go buy his new Jordans, when he can't afford his pack, when he can't put no money in his car no more, when he can't go see his bitches cause he got his baby. Now he acting different. Now I ended up being a single parent because he doesn't want to deal with the responsibilities that come with
mm.
what we created, even though he told me that he'd be
You
there.
did.
I didn't do nothing to him. I just gave birth to the kid that we agreed on, right? We sitting in the hospital and now you don't want to sign a birth certificate. Now all of a sudden you doubt my baby being yours, but when we were in the middle of the moment and you didn't have a condom on and you said that you were going to make a baby, there was no confusion.
Hmm.
But now you let somebody get in your head and there's confusion now. And now you don't want to fully show up for me and my child. So here I am because I've already gone through with it. I can't push the baby back
Thank
up
this
in there and
man.
I can't have an abortion now. Baby's here. I got to deal with it. Yeah, I should have fucking chose better if I would have known you was going to change on day 468. Yeah, bitch, I should have chose better. You're right. Now what? The nigga my baby daddy already. Whoop-de-doo. What you want me to do? Now you're faulting me for someone changing when we had already the circumstance it was already worked out. We already had a plan for that. It's just not the same no more, right? I leave it alone and I move on to a new relationship with someone that is different, that has behaved differently, right? So now I'm trying my family dynamic again, but I
Yeah,
already have a child. I can't forget about the child I already had. We moving on to the next dynamic now, right? And I might have been with this motherfucker a year, 2 years, 3 years, whatever. Well, we get 3 years in and he just feel like he should kick
into
my
the foot.
ass.
Yeah, nah, that's
You know, the baby's already here, bro.
and
We
shit
had
just
a baby
moved.
in year 2. Then behavior started changing. That motherfucker started drinking. That motherfucker started doing drugs. That motherfucker started going over here with him, going over here doing that. You think I chose that shit on purpose? It's crazy as hell. I ain't even know I was pregnant. What are you talking about? We used a condom and it broke. Motherfuckers be acting like all these circumstances do not exist. I'm not
Yeah,
saying don't hold the woman accountable or that no that we shouldn't be making good decisions or that we shouldn't be watching the men that we dealing with. Some of us try to take all the fucking precautions and still ended up in a fucked up ass situation. I was engaged to my baby daddy. We have 2 children. We were supposed to get married. We don't live in the same house anymore. We're not in a relationship anymore. We've gone through a plethora of things, including prison, including drugs. Yeah, we've gone through a plethora of them. Maybe I should have chosen better. Yeah, I should have. Had I known that there was a issue in a lot of these areas, I would have, right? But I didn't know. Some of this shit
but
I just didn't know.
sometimes when you see some in a person too, not saying you, but I think sometimes I think more so women because women are nurturing, and I guess I ain't gonna say a mother's intuition, but I think just a female's intuition of when they see because women know good guys. They know the good guys. They're boring, but they know the good guys. Like I heard, every woman has that one good guy that's been trying to sweep them off their feet, and they just keep pushing them aside, like pushing them away. But they know that he's the one that's gonna kind of put them on a different path. But they choose to get the one that got a little roughness to him. I'm not saying this is for everybody, but I have seen this pattern before with a lot of women. But I think it's something about women's intuition and them just being a woman. It's like we hear it all the time. I can fix him. I can fix him. Like I can make him better. And I don't think there's nothing wrong with wanting to do that with a person. I honestly don't because I think some people are looking for it in return. Help make me better, help me make me better too, like I'm going to try to make you better, let's make each other better, which I feel like is the ultimate thing to do in a relationship. Let's help make each other better. Like I'm gonna call you out on your shit, you call me out on mine. Let's figure out how to move through it. It may take a year to move through this shit, but remember last shit when we was at each other neck with that bullshit, man, we ain't even talking about that shit no more. We done moved through it. But I think women would rather have somebody that they why I can just say black women for our culture, somebody that they really could rather have to fix up instead of somebody that comes already fixed with not too many issues or problems. But I
This
think the sticking around part is saying, no, I see better in him. I know there is because I know every dude, even the fucked up ones, they show signs of goodness in them that they can be a certain way or a certain person that they baby mama or girlfriend envisioned that they are. Hence why they was with them in the first place. Like, bruh, when we first together, like you was this, like, this is who you were, and this is who I thought you was gonna turn out to be, but you turned out the total opposite.
hmm
And it's like I'm trying my hardest to reverse that and get the person that who I know is inside of you in there to come back out. Like that's the person that I know that I have faith in, that I wanted to have a child by, that I want to be married to, and I'm trying to bring that person back out. And I can understand a woman sticking around for that, like just trying to bring that, and that could take years because you would, because you'll say the same, damn, why'd you give up on me? You could have waited, which nobody should wait, but I'm saying you would be like, damn, you know, you could have waited a little bit longer and kept, because I would hate for somebody to
It
give up
go
on me.
but it go back to what we said earlier. How long am I supposed to wait?
No, you right. Yeah, I ain't on that
By
now.
the time my kids get involved, I ain't got time to wait no more.
Mm-mm.
I
Nah.
don't have I ain't got that. Right? I'm on borrowed time. Right? Cause now I'm responsible for me and them little people. And if you are displaying habits that ain't gonna be good for my children in the long
Mm,
run, I can't wait. I can't do that.
mm-mm.
Right? If I'm being for, I can't do that. It's no room for that. We got kids. There's really not a lot of room for error. And we fuck up on a regular. Fuck up on a regular. And if the choices that you're making as the man in the situation are fucking all of us, and when I say fuck, I mean it's doing
Neither
us
mind.
bad,
Yeah.
why would I stay there? I'm exposing my kids to something they don't even have to see.
Have you asked yourself? I asked myself this the other day. Have you ever met somebody outside of, not outside your race, like black? Have you ever met anybody black with no childhood trauma, like with some type of trauma in their upbringing? Like I thought about that. I'm like, is it easy? Is it even a thing that somebody out there living does not have any trauma in their upbringing at all? Like just a regular, normal upbringing, I'm talking about real trauma, the trauma that we go through experiencing growing up, not like, my mom, she took my car from me when I was young, and she made me get a job, and that was so detrimental. I'm not even gonna say, because some people, trauma to them is a divorce.
But
And
a divorce is a form of a trauma though.
no, you're right.
You
But
tearing the home up.
you're right. I it is, but and it's not to downplay, because I had this conversation, and it's not to be like whose trauma is worse than the other, but
Mm-hmm.
it's like,
It's levels to
you ever
trauma
heard?
though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You ever heard some traumas, and it's like that's what got you down in the dumps, like that's what's fucking you up right there. That's got you, okay, all
But
right.
again,
Like I can't
again though,
judge.
in a perspective,
You're right. Yeah.
that's a worst case scenario.
Mm-hmm.
On a scale of 1 to shit I never saw, that's touching things I never saw.
You're
You know
right.
what I'm saying? In their mind, right? And ain't nothing wrong with it. But we do tend to have rougher experiences, especially if we was raised by a fucking single parent. I don't care if it was a mama or a dad.
Or granny.
And I want to travel back to something that you said. You said that women be passing up on the good guys. I don't know what people's definition of a
I'm a
good
good
guy
guy.
be,
Yeah.
but oh my fucking god, just cuz you think that nigga a good guy don't make him
Don't
good
make
for
him a
me.
good guy. Yeah, yeah. You're right. You're right. I
Flat out.
I
Just cuz
mean,
he's a good guy to you don't make him good for me. And let me sprinkle this in there. Ooh, I done had a series of experiences in my life. Ooh, I live a full life, boy. Some people mask the fuck up
mm,
for everybody around y'all and take that motherfucker off when they get home. They're so charismatic and so one way to the public. But as soon as that door closed on their house, they controlling, right? manipulative, right? Gaslighting, right? You don't think nothing of it because in the beginning, that good guy, oh, I'll take care of it. Oh, I'll do this. I'll do that. I'll take you here. I'll take you there. I'll pay for that. You don't have to do that. Save your money. Move in with me. 6 months later, you ain't seen your
Yeah,
mama, your granny, your auntie, your debit card. You ain't got no money because you don't got to go to work. He told you you ain't got to work no more. And you
yeah. I
ain't
done
took your
had
ass to
friends
work
like
either.
that.
And he
Yeah,
been paying all the bills. But you think you finna go out with your friends, bitch?
it's over.
I got news for you.
It's over.
Boom. And just like that, 6 months in, them tables turn. But you already with the good guy now. I could have fucked with Tyrone and did whatever I wanted. I'm not saying that's all the time, but I'm saying like I don't think that people really think about how many ways a situation can change when you get to talking about women and choosing men. Y'all don't talk about the men that prey on said type of fucking women.
Yeah, they
Who they
do. I mean,
recognize got certain traumas, who they
Thomas.
recognize got certain characteristics, like I said, and they know that this is a breeding ground for all the shit that I want to do. So I prayed on this bitch on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Cause
No,
I
I,
knew
I
she would allow me to do X, Y, and Z. Oh, she ain't had nothing but niggas that hurt her. She gonna think I'm God. Nobody's holding the niggas accountable for what the fuck they be doing to us. And I'm not saying it to play no blame game, but I'm saying that people mindlessly make these comments and don't think the situation all the way through. It's so many different ways that this shit can be flipped. It's so many
yeah.
different outcomes that come from these situations that we never expected. Now, he might not have never shown the sign of that ever. He never acted like that when we were together. We've been together for a year and a half. He never acted like that. And all of a sudden, today, he hit me. But I'm supposed to stick it out, right? And that's what they end up doing. They stick it out with him. They stick it out with him that first time he hit him. And then they stick it out with him again that second time. And they got to arguing in public and he roughed her up a little bit in the car and, whatever. Then the third time it get the whatever, whatever. Then he seen her talking to a nigga and took her home. Now she got home with a fucking black eye and she ain't even did shit. Right? And then 2 weeks later, this nigga done killed her. Because he got mad. Because he thought she was cheating. What?
That's crazy how men though can mask that for so long because they only start doing it once they got you in their grips, which when they feel like your love is damn near unconditional for them. Cause it's like you mask you. So what are you? My thing is, what are your thoughts the whole? Not you, but you as a nigga. What are your thoughts the whole time up until you're ready to display that type of action? Because you knowing in your mind the whole time you don't want her speaking to any nigga or going here doing this, but you know you can't show no reaction up until you got them in their feelings, until you got them feeling a certain type of way about you to the point to where you know now I can put hands on this person.
No, the gag
And
is they do. The gag is they showed it the whole time. It was just subtle.
hmm,
That was all. It was just subtle. It was just a little slight little, you know him.
mm,
You know what I'm
mm.
saying? It's just
Little
little
signs.
remarks. That's how it start off. It's the little remarks.
Yeah.
I don't like, hey babe, I don't like when he try to talk to you all
Yeah,
calm
that's
and
weird.
like he got
Yeah.
some sense. You know what I'm saying? It be stuff like that and motherfuckers be thinking that this is not real things.
Yeah.
When I tell
That's
you I done
weird.
had some experiences, baby, I've
I
had
believe you.
some.
I paid a lot of. I mean, I grew up with female friends, so I paid a lot of close attention to a lot of females and their experiences on what they go through and how what guys do manipulative things and what they say and what they do, and it's almost I I be looking on both sides, outside looking in, no matter all sides, damn near thinking like you gotta see this. You gotta see it coming. Like you have to see it coming. If I can see this shit coming, how don't
Man,
you see it
listen.
coming?
from a person that was in an abusive relationship that had never dealt with abuse. In hindsight, I saw the signs. In the midst of the
Mm.
situation, I did not. I
Cause love
hadn't.
is blind and
It
it'll
ain't even
take
that
up
love is
in
blind.
your
I
mind.
never been abused, bruh.
Well, yeah.
My mama was never abused. Nobody was
You,
beating my mama ass. I did. I'm oblivious to your subtle attitudes. I'm thinking that you're just being a man that want to be
being a
in
man.
control. You know what I'm saying? You doing what niggas do. I don't like you talking to other niggas. What nigga do? To me, that was normal. All right, keep rolling, right? And then it starts showing a little bit more. Oh, you got mad because of something that was in my phone, and I done told you the truth about what was going on, and you think I'm lying? I think it's weird that you think I'm lying because I don't gotta lie about that.
True.
Whole time you thinking I'm a sneaky conniving bitch and I'm plotting to leave you. What?
Who plots to leave somebody unless they know it's dead? I mean, yeah,
People
man.
that feel like people that feel like they're in danger. But
Nah, I
mind
know, but
you,
I'm well,
no,
people that you
but
know
this what
you're
I'm
about
saying.
to put in danger.
No, 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 no. Listen. This what I'm saying though. In your upbringing, your mom was plotting to leave somebody because she was in danger. You see what I'm saying? You saw the play out of the plot. You didn't see all the actions that came before the plotting. You thinking it's conniving because what you think what the other person is doing is cool, is correct. And ain't nobody to come and stop that and say, hey, that ain't right.
Hmm.
Hey, that ain't okay. That should be, it's simple to us as the mature people. It's simple to us as the people who know better. It's simple to us as the people with the upbringing that let us know that these behaviors ain't okay. It's simple to us that have matured past that. It's not simple to the person that has never gone through it and doesn't know the signs. I learned that shit about domestic violence because I was a victim of domestic violence. That's how I learned it. Not because I automatically knew that.
Mm,
I realized that I was a victim of domestic violence because I picked up my fucking phone and I called somebody and told them what the fuck was happening to me.
mm,
That's how I got there. Not because I was so goddamn smart. I was in my 20s. I ain't never been with nobody that did no shit like that. I ain't let no nigga put his hands on me. I don't even give a bitch that's gonna let a man put his hands on me. Like, you know what I'm saying? That I was in my 20s. You know how unconsciously I was living in my 20s? You know how
mm.
unconscious most of us are in our 20s?
Yeah.
Oh shit, hold up now. This motherfucker done did something. I'm about to click the switch. Oh, he got to go. This ain't cool. Whole time none of that shit was cool.
Mm-mm. I was
But
gonna
I'm
say
not
that.
thinking anything of it. I'm not an abuse victim. I don't know anyone in my family that's been getting their ass kicked. And the ones that were, they weren't talking about it. I didn't find out till years later when I had to call my daddy to my defense that my daddy watched his mama get her ass kicked
Mm,
for years. So he got a automatic zero tolerance. So when I called my dad in, the situation went from right here to
mm,
all the way to fuck up here. Because my daddy saw something that I never seen before, and I never knew nothing about him seeing it until this situation transpired. Now we're having a conversation about what should and shouldn't be transpiring in a relationship. Now we having a conversation about the signs to pay attention to. Now we getting to talking about that. Nobody's discussing with their daughters what to look for in a
what to
nigga
look for.
that might be want to beat your ass.
You know what I think they do tell them? I think a lot of women just tell them that they don't need a man or the niggas ain't shit or this, that, kind of vice versa what most people will say about women, but they'll tell them instead, niggas ain't shit. You don't need a man, but just give them the signs because that's not the case for all men. Just point out the signs, and I mean, we're not going to be pinpoint on with everything we say because sometimes if you just give it straight, if you because saying niggas ain't shit is just your shorter version of saying niggas will beat your ass. No, just say that.
No.
Hey, men will.
You saying niggas ain't shit represents that the niggas you choose ain't shit.
Well, yeah, facts. But I'm saying the certain things that you felt like wasn't shit about them. So if it was the domestic shit, that's overall. If you doing domestic, you just ain't shit in overall. But if you got a nigga that's just broke or whatever, or don't want to get up off his ass, instead of because you just saying niggas ain't shit, you're gonna kind of turn me off to everybody, and then I'm gonna have this fairy tale mind in my head thinking, well, if it's not an ain't shit ass nigga, he has to be a Prince Charming. He has to be a 6 figure, 6 inches, 6 foot walking man out here. Cause if it ain't him, then it's an ain't shit man. So it's either I got the fairy tale husband or guy, or I got the ain't shit person. Ain't really no in between. So if you ain't this fucking magical fairy tale ass nigga walking around, I don't want you. So I'm saying if you like, I never try to just. I would rather go more into details. Hey, women are, man, they ruthless, man. They'll play on your feelings. These are the type of women to look for that does things like this. A, B, C, F, G. Like look for these signs in women.
But
You may get it right.
let's keep it real though. And I've been asking this lately, and I really want somebody to answer me. And I feel like it might be a few of us sprinkled in the world that's got the answer, but most of us do not. Who was teaching us any of this shit?
Nope, nobody. I mean, in our
Who
community,
who who taught us how to have sex?
Planned Parenthood, shit, I
Who
don't fucking know.
who they didn't teach us how to have sex.
I mean, they
We just
didn't, but I'm
did
just
it.
saying. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They
Nobody
taught
taught
you
us
to
that
wrap
shit.
it up.
Hmm. I mean,
Who walked us through dating? Black people don't even know what the fuck dating is. We just learning that.
mm, I mean,
Who taught us about courting? They stopped courting 2 decades ago. Who taught us what really transpires when you have a baby? Who taught us how to be parents? Who taught us how to be fucking adults? Who taught us what to do in the club and to not pick a drink up? Who taught us that? Who taught us what to do at the teen parties? Nobody. Nobody. Who taught us how to be a proper boyfriend or girlfriend? No one. Who told us the appropriate age to take your kids on their first date or let your daughter go on her first date? No one.
yeah, no, we was just taught certain things, but we the thing,
No, the fuck
the
we weren't.
important
We
thing.
weren't taught shit.
We
We
were
saw
we
it.
well, we wasn't taught shit,
We
but I'm
saw
saying
it.
the things. I'm saying that we saw things, but I'm saying the things that were taught to us were things that didn't hold any value. Like when you say if we go out as friends, y'all stick together. Don't let nobody do nothing to none of y'all. Like those are we hear your average teachings from out the hood, shit like
Right,
that.
right, right,
Like
right, right, right.
y'all bet not be nowhere. Fuck, like you'll literally tell your child what they
Shouldn't be
want to
doing.
do, but telling them not to do it. Y'all better not be going down there fucking and sucking some dick and eating pussy. Like I think I want to do it now that you mentioned it. Like
But
you
this
said
this the
everything that I
thing
want to do
though.
now.
We even just that by itself specifically. We done been taught so much that it's wrong that motherfuckers
Yeah, we
forgot
got
it's
all right.
natural.
Yeah.
It's a natural fucking desire.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm a teenager. My hormones going this way, that way, this way. They're doing what they're supposed to do. It's natural. Nobody ever stopped and said to any of us, the desire to be attracted to the opposite sex is natural. The desire to want to express your feelings for the opposite sex is natural. But we need to be responsible with how we express that.
Mhm.
If you're going to go through and do blase, blase, blah, put a condom on. I learned that when I started working for Oasis, a community impact program. And guess who brought that program out? The white people. But they put black faces in place to infiltrate the black communities to try to make an attempt to try and teach children in the black communities how to maneuver through life. When I worked for Oasis Community Impact, I worked in the infant mortality division, right? And for anybody who don't know what that means the death of an infant before the age of 1.
Mm.
That was the division that I worked for as a fucking teenager.
Mm.
The type of circumstances that be surrounding some of these pregnancies and these things literally is a lack of knowledge. It is
Knowledge.
a lack of information. And then sometimes when they do get information, it's misinformation. It comes from people who have been hurt in these types of
Mhm.
situations, not from people from a healthy perspective. Don't have kids before you marry. Why? Because it is challenging. You're not mature enough to handle the challenges that come with being a mom at the age of 17 years old. Do you know
Shit.
what insurance is? Do you know how to set up insurance? Do you know how to call and schedule a doctor's appointment?
Mhm.
Do you know how to call and pay your phone bill? Do you know how to call and pay your light bill? Do you know how to do that? Thank God that I had a mom who made me call NES and pay the phone bill or whoever the fuck she had me calling. This is
Mhm.
how you do that. This is how you handle that. Did she do that with everything? No, she did not. But did she do it? She did. I had a mother that thinks. Not everybody has that. I had friends who was fighting their fucking mamas when we was 15, 16, and 17 years old.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I
That's
had friends who
shit.
had no respect for their mamas. I had
Mhm.
friends who mama wasn't at home on a regular basis throughout the week as if you ain't got fucking school, and they're parenting their damn self.
Mhm. That yeah, it's some a lot of our upbringings are really fucked up.
Yeah.
Really fucked up. They're
And we
really
doing we
detrimental
doing the best that we can with
with
what we
what we
had.
had. Yep, where we had. Yep.
And in our 30s, we just now learning that a lot of that shit was not okay and how it really affected me in the long run. Even as a
Mhm.
teenager, I wasn't just impressionable when I was 8, 9, and 10 years old, motherfucker. I've been impressionable this entire time, but it's not accounted for. And then let's get into how the parents don't want to take accountability because of the shame associated with
Same, yeah.
the lack thereof.
Yeah. But see, that's something that people can like you said now, they can express now. You don't have to wait until you get confronted with it when your daughter or your son turns 25, 26, 27, 28, and they coming to you like, man, you remember all them times you left me at the man, that's why I'm fucked up. Cause shit, you just left me at the house by myself. And so I mean, acknowledging these things early on and just I just like for people, you know what? I just like for people to not look at me as trying to be because I know how some things can come off mistakenly. I know how I can get
Mhm.
looked at as he think he too good or he think he perfect. They think they just got like I hate that. Like that's the
Yeah.
last thing I want. I really don't. I'll be an open book to anybody. Hence, that's why I don't mind doing the podcast. I don't mind getting on lives or nothing like that because if you bring up a situation and it sounds familiar or it hits home, I'll be the
Mhm.
first to say, man, I ain't gonna lie, I went through the same shit, or man, I did the
Yeah.
same thing, or I made them same mistakes, man. Like I'm not gonna be like, y'all be doing that, that be happening to y'all. Y'all life's great, man. Shit, everything good with me. Like, no, I don't want because people are looking for the imperfections. They can't wait to catch you. See, told you. Look,
Mhm.
all them
Yep.
little pictures that y'all let them little pictures of shit
Mhm.
fool with y'all. I knew it the whole time. I
Jeez.
knew it. And it's like, but I never said that I was I never said that I wasn't this or wasn't that. Like, I never try to put too much on myself and my family to where it seemed like we just come off so fucking perfect to everybody. And I can't help what other people think, but I'll be the first person to be like, nah, I'm broke as hell. I ain't got no money right now. I had to borrow my wife car last week. I had to, yeah, she helped me. Like, I don't know. You can get the normal. You can get the normal from me. Like, it's not
Mhm.
what you, I'm gonna give you the normal, the real. It don't gotta be what you thinking is going on. Like, it's not all glitter and gold over here.
But I
Cause
think honestly, a lot of the time people are projecting, right? And they don't realize that they're projecting. And once you have healed through a lot of stuff, you recognize that type of thing, right? I can see that you projecting onto me because as a person that n- again, like you said, I'm not saying I'm perfect or that I got it all together, but as a person that is actively working through things to become a better person, I know that it ain't no room for me to judge now motherfucker walking
yeah,
around here. That's the truth.
yeah.
As a person that's actively working to make my life better, I ain't even got time to be checking up on what you got going on. I'm sorry, I couldn't even pay attention to what was going on, bro. I was focused on my own thing. It don't make me love you no less. It don't drop down the level of respect that I got for you. No, none of that. It just means that I was so engulfed in what I had going on and trying to get my own shit right. I wasn't paying attention to your mishap. Shit, I looked up and saw you was struggling with something. I'm trying to help you with that real quick because I done been through that already. Oh, you had to borrow your wife's car? What's wrong with your car? Fuck the fact you had to borrow her car. What's wrong with your car? I got a
Hmm.
mechanic that can come over there and help you take care of that. Fuck, ain't no shame in that. At least you
No, I
had a
ain't no
motherfucking
shit.
car to borrow.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
Not
but I'm saying though, this this just a whole nother perspective. I don't see no shame in that. At least you had another car to go
Nah,
borrow.
yeah, I know you don't. I'm just saying, like, if you just know how people tend to look at you, especially when you do things differently, and you don't, you're not the same person that you used to be a year or 2 years
Mhm.
ago. You're not around the same people. You don't get seen out a lot, and then when you do get seen, it's in the, like, I know how I'm presented out there to the world based on my Instagram. I know how I'm presented to people, but things aren't all bad, but I don't want people to think things are all good because that's how it looks on the internet. But I never look at anybody's page. I told my wife this one time. I said, me personally, I really be thinking I can look at a person's page and tell and can tell just based off their page the type of person that they are. And I think I can pick up on certain things like that based off page because I know how to make a page look a certain way and make it look another way. One thing I know is about kids, if it's a person with one picture, they're young. They're young. They're between 15 to like 23 or some shit. Cause one picture on your page, you can't give, it's hard to tell something about a person, but that tells a lot. It tells me
Mhm.
you don't go nowhere, you don't do nothing, you don't have birthdays, you don't have holidays, you don't do nothing. You just got one picture, and it's your best picture. So I be looking at people's pages and this, and I think I can kind of make my own judgment to the best of my ability that I can. Maybe right, maybe
Mhm.
wrong, but I know how people look at my page, and I don't do certain things on my page purposely. I just like looking a certain way. And I know how it comes off and how it can look. Oh, they're so perfect. They do this, that, and the third. But I'd be the one to quick to tell you, just like, whatever it is that whatever you think is going on over here, I can guarantee you it's not. Because if we have a conversation, you're probably like, damn, I'm thinking y'all fucking got it made. Like, no, bitch, regular ass people with regular ass bills like everybody else fucking struggling. But
No,
I
no
hate
lie.
I hate the what comes with, it's like somebody seeing you out at your job at night and just assuming, like, I don't know, like, I know you making bank, man. I know shit. like one of them things like people like, so you just think she thinks she all that now because she got a little roll outside the spot. She got some little authority. It's like, listen, I don't give a damn who gets in, gets out, come around. I don't give a fuck. As long as you ain't trying to kill nobody and I get paid. I don't care about because we know how some people come off in that field. Man, they got
Mhm.
some little authority now. Them niggas think now they got the big head, and it's like it's a lot of people that's not like that. Look, buddy, I just want to keep motherfuckers safe and I want my check. I don't give a damn about nothing else. I ain't trying to showboat. I ain't trying to walk around with my chest out, make y'all motherfuckers
Mhm.
feel some type of way. None of that. Like, I know what you see, but it ain't what I'm not doing what everybody else is doing or whatever it is. I'm just here. I'm just here doing the job. That's it.
We
So, but,
live in such a weird time because everybody act like they above hardship.
mm-hmm,
These motherfuckers act like hardship is abnormal and like it's impossible for you to have once been a person that had your shit together and fall on hard times. This entire facade, right, that is going on right now, motherfuckers act like, oh, you ain't got no Gucci bag?
mm-hmm,
You ain't talking about shit. Who gives a fuck? What does that Gucci bag do for you? The $500 that went into that Gucci bag, you really should have been using that $500 to go fix your fucking car. You
mm-hmm,
really should have been saving it to move about your mama house
mm-hmm.
or to get up out of there with that motherfucking roommate or whatever while you acting like you above hardship and you live in hardship every single day.
Yep.
We literally live in a generation where motherfuckers think it's cool to dress in designer and go home to nowhere. You living out a container. You living out your storage.
There's
You
people
sleeping on
really
your
doing that.
homeboy. You sleeping on your homeboy couch. You talking about you going home, nigga. Home where? You don't have a
Home
home,
where?
baby.
Exactly.
You're literally homeless. You sleeping on your best friend couch. Your best friend has a one bedroom. Home where? You sleep in your car. All your belongings are in your car.
I know. Man, I used to live.
And you got on a quote unquote $10,000 chain and you sleep in your car.
Mm-mm. People do not care no more.
You worried about me carrying a Gucci bag. Bro, I just seen your baby mama at the store and your son nose was running and his clothes was dirty.
Dirty.
Your
People
little girl hair ain't
priorities.
combed, ain't been combed in weeks. Your locks fresh as fuck. Why you ain't take her to get her hair done? And you'll be the same nigga in the club trying to tear a nigga out the frame for what he
Because they
got.
ain't
Man,
got
that
what
nigga
they
got
ain't
on them
got.
old busted ass Nikes, man. Nigga
Mm-hmm.
always come in there with that old Nike tech suit on. Nigga, you ain't got no money. Who cares?
Ears.
So cause you came in here with a bottle of Don Julio and your car note and your rent money and you showing it off and spending some, so you really finna be short. You that nigga, you're $4,876 behind in child support and you still that nigga, huh? You ain't seen your kid in 3 months, but you that nigga. And you done seen that bitch every weekend. That bottle girl know you by heart. You text the bitch before you show up at the club.
Show up
You
at the
ain't text
club.
the baby mama in 9 days to see how your child was doing. Where the priorities at?
Escaping from, like you said.
You ain't even
Escaping
escaping.
from.
That's full neglect.
Yeah, that is the glitch. And I think it's by choice. Like that's why I was saying it makes it hard for me to give anybody the benefit of the doubt because it's like it looks like you at the certain age, it looks like you're doing this by choice now.
Oh,
Like
that definitely.
because
Now shit like that, for sure.
it's so many videos out here. Like I've seen, even if you ain't doing it or you are doing it I don't know where the signs coming from. You gonna see a video about some shit that your ass need to get together. It's gonna pop up on your phone. And
Man,
it's gonna be some real good deep shit that you really need to hear. And you might sit there and look at it and read and hear it and just shit, they ain't talking about me.
try to scroll past.
Yeah,
Yep.
they ain't talking about me. Or people may be sending it to you. It's just a lot of things that cause my age group, I look at people, I'm like, bro, this is a choice for you now. Like this is a
Yep.
conscious decision that you're choosing to make at this point
Yep.
in your life. Like I'm not knocking nobody. You know what I always get told from people? I want people to live like how I'm living. Like basically, like let's say I admire something about your life. You stay in a fucking 12-story home. You know, drive nice cars. It's not the material stuff that that I admire about you. It's just your whole way of living.
Mhm.
And if I admire that about you, and I tell myself that's what I want as well, I'm gonna take your advice. I'm gonna listen to
Mhm.
what you're saying. I'm gonna listen to what you're
Man,
doing. I'm
that's
gonna listen
that
to what
track
you're
record.
saying. Because the thing is, and you can be telling me, man, look, I ain't going out this week. You ain't going out this week. Shit, I ain't either. Because it's something that you're doing that got you to where you at. And
Mhm.
if going not going out for a year straight is what you've been doing, a part of what you've been doing, I ain't going out either.
I'm gonna try it out.
I'm not going out either. It's not me trying to be exactly like you, but I'm taking the steps that you're taking to get you to where you're already at. Because I want to be where you at too. I'm gonna just have my own little twist on it. I'm gonna get a
I
five
tell
story house.
I say this to people, right? And I say it not loosely, but I say it with intention. And it to bring awareness to you being intentional. I tell people all the time, stop taking advice from motherfuckers that you would not trade lives with.
Mm,
If I know anything about your life and I can look at any part of it, right? And scale it up and down, size it up, and I can examine it, whatever, whatever, because I know the ins and outs and all the details of this situation. If I see that and I know for a fact that I wouldn't want any of the circumstances that you have in your life, the last thing I'm going to do is take your advice unless you're telling me how to stay out of the situation that you're currently in.
mm. Let me ask you this: Do you think people who speak on things that let me see how I can word it? Okay, a person who's this okay, a person who's been cheating, they're cheating majority of all the relationships they done been in, and then they find themselves to stop cheating, and then they may go back to cheating or doing whatever the case may be. But they'll get in front of a camera and they'll speak on the experiences of cheating and men cheating and the temptations and all that. Like my opinion, I feel like those are the best people to speak on those situations if they're truly being honest about what they're saying. Like I
Mhm.
don't want to hear like okay, I'm just using for example again. I can know that you been a cheater, but I can respect that you got on this podcast, a camera, a phone, or whatever, and said, man, yeah, man, cheating, man, listen, yeah, cheating is one of them things where I done did it and I did this and did that. And, you know, I can respect, if you break it down to me, then I can respect it. But if you just get on there like, yeah, man, cheating, man, that shit that's wrong, man. That just that ain't right, man. You know, I had my little
Mhm.
mistakes back in the past, but it is like, nigga, don't no, be for real about it. Don't act like it's beneath you now, because nigga, you was doing it for years. So now cheating is beneath you. No,
But
just
is
be
it
honest about it.
but is it wrong for you to grow to the place where it's beneath you though?
No, no,
Cause
no,
we
it's
now
not.
hold on, cause we just had a conversation the other night where you said sometimes I just feel like you too good for certain shit.
You're right. No, facts. You're right. You're right.
You
You're
know what
right.
I'm saying? I'm not saying that this is one of them, but I'm asking like, is that one of the situations where that would apply? Where now
Well,
that
I
person
mean,
feel like I'm too
well,
good to be doing that. I got something better going on. I don't need to be doing that.
Well, I'm meaning it in this sense. I would acknowledge that this what like is. I will feel like that I am too good to be doing X, Y, and Z, but I am also going to acknowledge that I love doing it, or that I loved doing it, or when I am doing it in the
Mhm.
moment, I like it. I'm not going to act like that. I'm just like, ugh,
I'm not
cheating. Oh
holier
my
than
God,
thou with it.
that's
Yeah.
that's see, that's minion stuff. I don't. That's not my brother. You shouldn't be doing that to a woman. And this is just.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
nigga, but you a cheater. Cause I don't want you to come off like I don't like when people come off like that. Like, be 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 organic about it. Just say. I mean, I can't tell anybody what to say, but I'm saying yeah, man, that's put it for me. Like, man, I love that. I love the club, dude. Man, I love getting there, getting drunk, see the women, this and the third. But I knew I was better than the club, though. I knew I was way
Mhm.
better than the club. But at the same time, I love that motherfucker. And still to this day, I do. But I had to realize that the club did nothing for me. It did nothing for me. And I came to realization, but I never for once act like that was something that I did not love or still do not to this day don't love. But
Mhm.
I had to come to my senses and realize, well, what is it doing for me? It's taking me away from my family. I'm not able to do this, that, and the third. So I mean, like, if I hear you speak on a situation and you're still acknowledging and you're taking accountability for what it is that you're speaking on, I don't care to what measures you done it. If it was stealing or whatever it was, I don't care to what
Mhm.
measures you done it. But the way that you explain it, and if it seems like you're being honest about what you're talking about, then I'm gonna say, in my mind, you have all the rights to speak about it. I
Yeah.
don't like the people who do shit and then go back on it like, yeah, man, that just ain't see that shit, man, that ain't right.
Yeah.
You don't need to be doing that. That yeah, leave that where it's at. It's like nigga, but you used to do it.
Yeah.
Like, don't act like this wasn't something that you loved doing at one point in time. Like,
Yeah.
I get it that you kind of came to your senses that it shouldn't be done, but don't make it seem like because somebody try to make you feel bad about like there's other people saying you still steal. Yeah, I don't steal no more, man. That shit there, that shit is beneath me. I pay for my shit, big money, you know. I just cash out. I don't gotta steal. It's like,
Mm.
but you done it though. But you done it.
Yeah.
Because I hear people like you'll see people get on the internet and talk, and you like, and the first thing people to say, but your ass used to cheat or used to steal, used to do this and do that. It's like, well, damn, I don't know more. But
Mhm.
the fact that I did do that and I did it for years makes me the perfect person to talk about it, like a drug addict. I would
Mhm.
rather hear it come from you because I'm giving you're going to give your honest opinion on it. And you're not going to
Mhm.
try to act above it, you know, which you should realize that you are above it, but I'm saying you're not going to try to act too above it like that was never you. Like it was
Mhm.
just never
Yeah.
your lifestyle. Like yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
drugs.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Nah, I don't fuck with drugs. Like that shit, yeah, that was one little part of my life and never again. But it was like, your ass was strung out, buddy. Like you was on them drugs heavy. But now it ain't you. It's like in knowledge. Yeah, I was in love with drugs. But I think that's why some people don't like speaking because there's a lot of good speakers out there. Some people don't like speaking because they're afraid of what they may get judged on based on what people
Mhm.
know them from doing. Like I don't have a
Mhm.
problem with coming on any platform or anybody's camera speaking on my wrongdoings because what I did is what I did, and what I done is what I done. I'm
Mhm.
not gonna be like, what y'all talking about? What's the subject about? Cheating? Oh yeah, let me know when y'all move to the next conversation. I don't really want to get on that topic. Like, no, nigga, you done it, you done it. Speak on it.
I'm
You ain't
trying
gotta
to
go into
say.
depth in it, but if you done it, speak on it. Cause give us some knowledge that we may not know. Help the next
I'm
brother.
so quick to be like, I am not one to talk about that because and whatever my reason may be, like, okay, if we gonna take cheating for example. I'm be like, baby, which perspective do you want to hear? The cheater, the cheatee,
cheating.
which you know what I'm saying? Currently cheating. What perspective do you want to hear? Because I've played every part,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It makes more sense. I would want to hear from whatever the case is. I would want to hear
Mm-hmm.
from a person that actually been through it firsthand, that was really deep in it,
Mm-hmm.
because your perspective is going to be more 100% pure than anybody else pretending like
Mm-hmm.
that was never them, or that was just one little thing that that wasn't really.
Yeah.
Nah, give me the person that was deep in that shit, in the trenches with it, and they was living that life to the fullest, and now they're not. They've overcome it. But because I was looking at a podcast the other day, and it was like, this is one thing I know is about older men, and I'm not even just trying to keep talking about the subject of cheating, but one thing I know about older men is when they when they ca- when they when they get a woman, you always hear them come back around, man. Yeah, man, staying loyal, man. That's one of the biggest things you can do, and your woman, that's gonna be your rock right there, man.
Mm-hmm.
The way I keep myself disciplined, I wake up every morning, I text her I love her, then I tell her I love her, and this and it's like, but buddy, just 2, 3 years ago, you was out here going ham. Like,
Mm-hmm.
don't put too much on it now. Don't put too much
Yeah.
on it. I think it's just
Yeah.
the way
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
explain shit, and how they
And
try.
express.
How they. It's like you're trying to overdo it, like what you used to do never happened. Which I'm not the one that holds somebody past against them, but when you trying to overdo this is a perfect
At the
example.
root of it though, is still shame. It's
Well,
still guilt.
yeah, listen, it's like the person that used to be broke in school, and when we see them today, they act like they never been broke, like never. It's like, I remember you, like I
But
really,
it is
I
shame. It's
it's not.
shame surrounding who I used to be.
Well, I never judge it. It's just like, it's one of them things. I never forget where I come from, so, and I can say that wholeheartedly. Like, I don't care what amount of money I have or anything. Even if I haven't been through the situation, I know for a fact I can tell myself and be confident I will never forget where I come from, regardless whatever situation it is. But I think some people do, and it just makes me look at them like, you just don't remember the old you. Like,
I'm telling you, they did not forget. L- If you just listen to the logic. There is shame around who they used to be. You only hide things that you're ashamed of,
mhm,
right? You only feel uncomfortable, discomfort speaking up about things that you're ashamed of. If people only knew how much power rested in accountability, they take that shit more often. I'm okay with saying who I used to be and the shit that I used to do because I'm no longer ashamed of the decisions that I made in the past because I know I'm not that person.
mm, mhm,
You can't shame me for none of that shit. That's who I was back in the day. This 5 years later. And I know that I'm not the same person from 5 years ago. So I don't care how you feel about that little spill I had back then. That was then. You didn't know me then. You wasn't around me then. You didn't know my upbringing. You don't know my circumstances, and you don't need to. It doesn't matter. There's no shame in the right now. So right now, I can stand right here with my head up. You feel me? Posture straight, and tell you like a grown woman, yeah, I did that, and I had a ball when I did it. Would
mhm,
I do it again? I would not though. Flat out. And it's so many things that we find ourselves being ashamed of. But we was doing it back when we didn't know no better. It's
mhm.
back when we was moving unconsciously, right? Now that we are conscious, we just not moving like that no more. It don't mean, again, like you said, I don't think I'm above a lot of shit. I don't think that. But some stuff, I am too good to be doing that.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
learned it. on my journey. That's what the journey is for you to learn and to recognize that I shouldn't keep doing shit like that because it'll keep me in the same place that I was in them 3 years ago. And today I realize I don't like who I was 3 years ago. So I stay away from anything that's remotely close to that because I'm not trying to go back there until I develop the maturity
Sure
to
yeah.
say I can be in a space like that and it not phase me.
Mhm. Yeah.
Flat out. We talked about me being in after hours. I love after hours. Love it. But I'm never gonna do the drugs that they do in there. I'm not a
Mm.
drug addict. I don't do drugs. Right?
Nah, I don't like yeah.
You see what I'm
Mm-mm.
saying? Just cause
But
y'all
there's other
drinking don't mean I
vices.
gotta drink.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's so much. It's so many energies that move around.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, like you say, everybody's different. I know me, and just me being a man, certain places that I can go, and certain places that I can't, or certain
Mm-hmm.
places if I frequently go too many times, how I can see myself turning the corner and doing something that I know I shouldn't be doing, or turning into a person that I know I shouldn't be turning into.
You're getting
Because there's
sucked
so
in.
many. What is it on the front of your when you? It's like when you masturbate, you get it's dopamine.
They
It's
call it
something.
yeah,
It's
that
dopamine, I
post nut
think.
clarity.
Yeah, no, it's an actual something that releases in your brain like when you masturbate. Like it's something that you get from a thrill. I can't remember. I feel like
Is
it's
it
dopamine or something
serotonin?
like that. Not
Dopamine could be it too though.
it might it's something because I just heard it earlier, but it's something that releases like right after you do it. It's almost like when you get a thrill or something of doing something.
That
But
adrenaline rush.
yeah, but it's like one of those things like when you going out doing something that you don't know you don't need to be doing as far as being in spaces that you know you don't need to be in and you can just keep going back and going back. Same thing with masturbating, like, man, I'm doing this shit every day. Like
Mm.
if it but and it's the same thing when you when you go to after hours or just the club in general and you like this shit feels so damn good. I'm out, and then when you get in that house, you like, why the fuck did I go out for? Or the next morning, you're like, what the fuck did I even
Mm.
go out for, man? Like that shit was a waste of fucking time. But not for everybody though. I mean, everybody's different. But
Yeah.
nah, yeah, it's. I didn't even get to the last one, but we'll try to get on another time. But it was a
I'm
good
crying. Look,
conversation.
now I want to know what the last one is.
And the last one was the other girl. It was the girl. Other question. She was not the other question. But it was the shaking ass to feed her family, and how men who sell crack to feed their family, nobody shame them for it.
I
I'm not a
watched that
person.
video.
Yeah,
I did
yeah,
watch
yeah.
that.
I'm not a person that It's it goes back to what we were just kind of talking about. I don't. As long as you acknowledge, just acknowledge you. With women, it can just be the acknowledgement. You don't even got to take accountability for it. Just acknowledge that that's what you're doing.
Mhm.
I don't understand what's so hard. Like if you're selling pussy, you're selling pussy. Just say it. I know what I'm
I'm
doing.
telling you, it's
Like I know what
shame.
I know what I'm doing. I'm selling it.
It's
It is what
shame.
it is.
It's
Yeah, I
shame
get
though.
it. But
Cause guess
it's
what? Something in your moral compass already told you that you're wrong.
hmm
And you went against your moral compass. That's why you feel the shame. You went against that internal part of yourself that said, don't do that. This ain't for you. Anytime you go against your moral compass, you're going to feel shame and you're going to feel guilt. You didn't need no external validation or invalidation to say do or don't do such thing. Your insides already told you that that shit ain't cool.
hmm
And you feeling ashamed because you went against that. That's moral compass. That's my internal self. That's my high self saying to me, hey, we better than that. If that's what people do, some people can do that shit with no
no
shame
saying. Yeah.
and more power to them. You just might not be the one. And that's okay. Accept that. Accept be okay with that. It's cool. Everything ain't for everybody, and that's okay. But we don't know how to stand in our truth. to the point where, you know what I'm saying, we can stand on all 10 and not be affected by the way nobody else feel about me standing on my 10. But if you were
N-
standing on your 10, it wouldn't matter what I was standing on.
Yeah.
I'm focused now.
I think the people, and mainly the people we see be standing on all 10, but it be for the wrong reasons. The shit they
Mhm.
standing on it be for the wrong thing. I'm be honest. I think I told you, man, I denounced all this shit, man. I'm be honest. Like when I was younger, I used to glorify the streets, the hood,
Mhm.
the ghetto, the ratchetness, the culture. I can't stand that shit now, like with a passion.
Mhm.
I can't. I literally, and it could be because I got kids, but I think I just came to a realization, like when you know, when you when you look at positions that people have out here, like full blown, you only thing you would have to do that you would have to add to yourself is, which I know you do, but a little bit more research on different topics. You can be a full-time journalist and
Mhm.
really be making bank.
Yeah.
It's a lot of things out here that we have that are normal things that white people have, and they get paid buku good money for. They live good. We
Yeah.
thinking they rich as hell. They just get paid good money for it. But we got this culture of ours block us from ever even touching those fields or even knowing anything about them. But we're so talented the way a lot of us articulate words, the way we grasp people, talk to them.
Mhm.
It's a lot of people. It's real deal people that out here that have the that have the skills to be fucking therapists.
Yeah.
Like they're real deal
Yeah.
unlicensed therapists out here in the hood,
Mhm.
in these street, like real deal therapists that has the qualifications to really do it. They're just not licensed for it. They
Yep.
can probably do it even better than any of
Then
these
some of
other
your
people who are licensed at
man,
doing it.
listen. Hey, a
But
gift is a gift.
no, yeah, a gift is a gift. Now maybe they probably ain't supposed to be doing it to, but you would think like, no, you deserve to get paid for the shit you're doing.
Yeah.
You should, this should be a real job for you, but we don't. The reason I say I hate the culture is because we never seen our real gifts. Because growing up, you think the only people that got gifts is the ones that can rap and that can ball and that can hustle
Mm.
real good. Those are the ones that got gifts, but the whole time, now that you're older, now the people who had the gifts is the ones that can really sit there and articulate words. That can really help
Man.
you bring your thoughts together.
Man.
That can fucking put a bunk beds together. That can wire
Yeah.
their whole electricity. Those the ones with fucking gifts. Nigga
Yep.
know how to do heating, central air, AC, and
Yes.
carpet.
Yes.
Like, nigga, that's a fuck. You know how to what? You can really put a whole house together. Like, that is
Yes.
a fucking gift. But we never glorified none of that stuff. That's why I say I hate the culture. I hate all this shit because
Mhm.
the simplest people that you can look in your phone and be like, man, I'm gonna call such because his ass can clean the hell out of some carpets and some furniture. I'm gonna call. You know how many
Mhm.
women really can fucking clean their ass off? Can
Yes.
really get down in the house and man,
Yes.
had that motherfucker looking spotless.
Yes.
And done
It's
tried to,
therapy for them.
done tried to clean houses in now and then, it really ain't never took off, but we don't glorify stuff like that. People look at it, I mean, now we're older, we like, she now I'm a car wash because she gonna clean the house for like a couple bucks. But when you was younger, you didn't want to be known as the girl that clean. You don't want to be known as the nigga that clean. You don't want to be known as the nigga that go cut
That
grass. You don't want to be
shame.
known. Yeah, it's but I'm saying a part of it is we want to do the shit that gets glorified. So if I gotta go sell some little weed to make me look like something, even though I know it ain't going nowhere, I'm gonna do that because at least I'm gonna get the attention for it. If I gotta go shake a little ass with some like, that's why I hate the
I
culture.
don't be able to relate to the mindsets. I feel them though, but I can't relate. I just
I
feel like
just
it's of course it's 100 ways to skin a cat, whatever they say. And it
Hmm.
is. And I get him that. But some stuff you just know it ain't worth it.
Nah, nah, nah.
It ain't
Yeah.
even worth trying it out. It
Mm-mm.
ain't you.
Yeah,
Flat
some
out.
stuff. Yeah, you got to know when some stuff just ain't. And we do know. A lot of us know it when it ain't us.
Yeah.
But it it's our my opinion. It's our culture that got our heads wrapped around this shit to make us feel like the only way we're gonna get any type of attention, especially if we ain't get in the house, is I have to do this shit what everybody else doing. I gotta look this way. I gotta do, and I hate that. That's why I say I denounce all that. I don't care about no street shit, no street politics, no street
Hmm.
justice, none of that, bro. Because it just never did. When I look at how other people live and the resources they have for each other, with each other, and I'm like, y'all beneficial in so many ways, and ain't none of y'all got no street credit, no street, no nothing. Face card don't matter in the street or nothing, but
Yeah.
y'all got all these resources. And here you are in the hood thinking, man, yeah, man, everybody from that part of town know me. They know what's up with me. And shit, I stay, I used to be in the club doing my thing. It's like at your age, what does that do for you?
Hmm.
But I'm looking at it now. I wasted 10 plus years of my life thinking street credit was gonna do something for me, and it didn't. It don't do nothing for me. I
That should
can't give
only
it to
matter in
my
the
kid.
penitentiary.
Yeah, and I don't plan on going there. I can't even give it to my son. Like, what I'm gonna do? Hey, bro, tell them
Man.
your daddy name is such and such. Tell who? Cause nigga, I don't even want you around them.
Man.
So street credit
A
is
big
does nothing.
thing.
I'm so upset with that shit. I hate the streets, dude. I literally hate
We
them.
yeah, okay, so we gotta get to it before we can talk about that. Cause I got something to say about it.
About the streets. Talking about the streets. Yeah, I hate it. I'm gonna be honest. And this just started
Yes.
coming about a couple weeks ago. I don't know why. I think I just woke up like I can't stand hood shit, street shit. It's
Oh
just
my God.
detrimental, dude. It's not
I'm a,
beneficial.
when we get off, I'm gonna send you something and it's gonna tickle you. But I think
Dude.
you gonna fuck with it.
Nah, yeah, I will.
I
Yeah.
think you gonna fuck with it.
I'm done with this shit. Look, I'm gonna close because I gotta finish this video. But I mean, yeah, this video on this editing this video. But we're gonna
Okay.
wrap it up there. We're gonna try to do this again though, for sure, for sure. Cause we got some good little people that came on here. That's 6120. It's like almost 2 hours. No, it is 2 hours.
Yes.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Thank y'all for joining us.
Yeah, appreciate it. It was a bunch of people on
Hey,
there at first, but
it
that algorithm
was.
is good. I'm gonna see how I can tag you in it once I post. I should, because YouTube switched it now to where you can do a collaboration post with people now. I don't know how, but I
Got
think
it,
I
got it,
know
got
how.
it.
I think I know how.
Well, yeah,
But yeah,
let
just
me know
send it
if you
to me.
need me to do something. We appreciate y'all for tapping in. We'll surely
I
be back.
I met you.
All right.
Uh.